reduces by 1 every time you finish a long rest until it goes away. Yeah.
Don't die.
You can only cast Resurrection once
Note to
per
self.
long rest because it's a taxing spell to cast. And it doesn't say that it recovers. Yeah, it doesn't remove magical diseases, curses, and the like, and it doesn't say that it recovers exhaustion. So I would say that it doesn't. I would say true resurrection does. I would say. So it says it removes me. Most people should. And I would just add exhaustion to that. Yeah.
Also, don't get exhausted. And definitely not 4 times.
It's too late for me. I'm already a little exhausted. Jerry took a hit for me, though.
Yeah.
I've got Xerox's character sheet open, and I think we'll probably just have like Xerox take attacks against the phylacteries, probably.
Sweet. I can open that and roll those because I don't have anything else to do.
Unless you guys like tell Xerox to just abandon any attempt to attack these things and just escape or something. Oh, and Xerox does have the true resurrection spell once per day because of the boon.
Oh yeah,
commander.
That's right.
Or no, I don't think it's true resurrection. I think it is regular resurrection. I think they give like level 7/8 boons, effective, or like an equivalent.
Could have been online.
I don't think it was. I don't think I gave anybody a level.
I'm saying it could have been.
Could have been.
Would have.
Woulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Damn it! I always hit the wrong button.
Resurrection also costs 1,000 GP diamond or 1,000 GP worth of Bellstone.
We have that.
Yeah.
Could be boop anything.
I'll just pull it off your body.
Yeah.
It's like it'd be like a small, not that huge of a diamond, versus like bricks and bricks of Bellstone in the body to get that much weight equivalent. So we'll get back into it with Noose up next. We have then some bad guys, and Tayron and Quilla will be going. Anything else you guys want to just check in about or set the stage for? You also feel free to think about and retrace what your plan of action is here, especially with the fresh killing of little Rory's.
We're running out of air. We need to get out of here.
Xerox is furiously smiting the statues and just fiercely speaks with confidence that she can destroy them. We needn't run from this battle. We can win.
Yeah, I think we should destroy the phylacteries.
I'm curious about destroying the phylacteries too, but
Say we do that and then get out of here.
Yeah.
I can run away early
Because I think if we
need to.
kill the phylactery, if we destroy the phylacteries, I think we can get. I think the archivists die, which are what are attacking us. So that feels hopeful still. I think we could at least give it a couple rounds to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Should Xerox go down and fix beep?
Well, that takes like an hour to cast.
So it does.
Yeah.
And it's not really
It's a lot of
doesn't matter if we do it right away,
I'll
as long as
focus
we can
on
protect the body.
getting people's corpse out.
Okay.
And there is
That's a little.
there's an enemy
Steady.
down there between us and the exit too. So.
Yeah, there's
something
one
to deal
baddie
with
down
anyway.
there.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna head downstairs.
And Noose, you're up top too,
Yeah, I'm right.
right there. Okay.
I have 1 level of exhaustion, and Jerry's down for the rest of the fight.
Okay.
Jerry!
No!
Harry's down.
Took him for the
Took
team.
the-
Yeah,
yeah,
I took a
took a
mind
blow.
blast for the team. I let them
thanks,
suck
Jerry.
out Jerry's memory instead of mine.
Oh,
They got a
wow.
nice, good memory of being in a jar.
Really
Also
just
being kind of
useless time.
tortured and reshaped by the deep man.
No, jar memory.
Mostly jar. Is there really anything to be other than jar? Jar's life.
I feel like just being in the jar for that long, you crave a little torture. Just anything.
All right, you guys have anything else before we get into it? Because we can just mute so you can take it away when you guys are ready.
Okay. I'm just gonna move. Find that guy.
Take up more space.
How dare you say this?
I'm gonna take up so much space, almost as much as you.
Pretty much the same amount as you.
Nice.
I'm gonna get a silver dagger out.
Fancy.
It's Christmas time and it's raining.
And I'm gonna attack. There we go. I have advantage
That
from
one?
flanking him.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So that's a 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
Okay. That's sneak attack.
Sneak attack!
10, 14, 20, 24, 29, 32. Uh, 43 damage.
43 damage. Holy moly. Nice. Still standing strong.
Yep, I'm gonna use some psychic ability to have him make a save against being stunned. He might be immune to being stunned.
Doesn't want
Condition immunities does not include stun.
Yes!
Alright. Go. Let's see.
It has to be to 20, and it's a dex saving throw. Oh, no, it's not a dex saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
It's probably pretty good at that.
21.
No, you made it.
Nice. Alright, no stun. But some juicy damage.
Yeah.
The archivist just like sprawls out. It's like it's about to like scratch at Xerox. As Xerox is like focused on the statue, and you just like shank it in the back, and it's just like, and you hear this like just screeching void. This is just like almost a sucking noise versus like an exclamation, and it is not pleased with this.
I will bonus action disengage.
What's distracting?
No, I don't want it to. That's as far as I can get.
Awesome.
He's tired.
And that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a legendary action. And it is going to.
Xerox is no longer huge.
Shrinks
back down.
Right.
Right.
Concentrate.
Okay. It's gonna have to target Xerox with. No, it's gonna get a spell instead.
Bring it.
Isn't that our stunt friend?
Yep.
That's in front of Xerox?
He made it save.
Oh, he made it, sorry. My
By
mistake.
one.
I thought Xerox was up here.
That's Tyrone.
No, this is Xerox.
Ooh.
Actually, we had.
Oh, you're on the
See,
bottom
that's
floor.
like it,
Right. Wait.
That's the top of the stair down to
Noose,
the.
as you disengage,
shadowy
like it
space,
like,
and this
reaches
is
out with
the-
a claw and scratches the air
this is
just where
above
you
that.
were a moment ago, and you jump out
But,
nimbly
like,
out of reach.
So I'm at like the
And
top of the
instead,
stairs.
it just
and
like
he's,
with these other
on the
hands,
top
like
of the stairs too.
extends, and
Or
it
I
looks
guess I'm
like
right at the top.
like inky, oily nothing just like spreads over its hand and then just like shoots out at you like frozen oily icicles.
Ew.
You are hit by effectively a magic missile, and it's going to hit you with 5 darts, doing 1d4. So each one does 3, so that's 15 plus 5. Wait, no, 3. Each one does 3 damage. I already counted that. So it's 15 damage total as you start hit by multiple of these.
I'm not going to try to uncanny dodge that because I think they're all separate instances. So.
Yeah.
Ow.
How much do we think?
That's just 15.
Just 15. But as a quick little legendary action in retaliation for that, weigh you down.
I couldn't use my mitigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after Noose, we do go to that same archivist. So it's that one's turn. It's legendary action recharges, and it's going to see if it gets its mind blast back. It does not. It's going to probably going to paralyze and as well, right? Yes. Okay. It's going to step over, not breaking melee with Xerox, but it's going to step over to get in range of you, Noose, and is going to hit you with a paralyzing touch.
Oh.
I take an attack of opportunity.
From beyond the grave.
Have a twitch.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
One.
Oh.
So sad.
That's what he gets for targeting me.
This is pretty lucky.
Such a powerful attack, but I'm gonna get 1. So if you don't land it, so disappointing.
Can't even get inside the cloak.
That's that. That's its waste of a turn. Tayron, you're up. It doesn't even need to roll high to hit you. It has such a good bonus. Your AC is not super high.
Has the archivist, I guess I might not know, is the archivist downstairs fresh? Is that a new one?
No, that's the one that killed Beaten earlier.
Yeah.
Right, but I guess my question is, have they taken damage? Do I have to get up close to know that already? Would I know that already?
I've done damage to
I
it.
think we knew that it had damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to book it downstairs. Can I get that done with 30 feet walking?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get downstairs. This corner stairwell, I assume I'm coming up to Beat Boop's body, and then, of course, what I assume is the archivist in a doorway to the stairwells, or the stair,
Still
whatever,
in
the threshold
stairwells.
to the stairs?
You're like in the middle of the long spiral staircase at this point. And that's like at the end of your movement, you just step over Beepoop's body to come face to face with the archivist.
Okay, perfect. I am going to use an action to abjure enemy.
Ooh.
Ew.
That sounds nice.
One of my class features. Is this a fiend or undead?
It is. Yeah, these are technically undead.
Okay, then you will have disadvantage on a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw of 18.
Ooh.
If you fail, you will be frightened for 1 minute.
It has magic resistance, so that's going to take its advantage and turn it into a flat roll for its save.
Sounds good.
And what's the save? It's which kind?
18 wisdom.
18 wisdom. All right, it's got a +2. We'll roll this up front. It needs 16 or higher. No, that's just the thing. It has a +9 because it's proficient in it.
9 or higher.
It gets a 4.
That's not a
It's
9 or
going to use
higher.
legendary resistance to succeed.
Lame.
It's using a legendary resistance?
Yeah.
Counterspell.
All right. I had to try.
Yeah.
Did.
Good.
That's good.
Use those resistances.
Yeah, burn those resistances.
my one channel divinity. Okay. All right. Okay. 2 seconds.
Please hold.
Please hold. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on that. Yeah, I'll cast Hunter's Mark on that Archivist. Yeah, on bonus action.
Cool.
So this is going to drop my concentration. I'm probably out of Aura Purity anyway at this point.
Okay, yeah, within receding each round.
Yeah, so I don't know what the environmental aura or environmental conditions are going to do. I guess I haven't had to worry about them. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on the Archivist in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I think that kind of leaves me where I'm at. I guess. Yeah. I'm standing between the Archivist and Beep Boop.
All right. Nice. I think Archivist 2 will use a legendary action here.
Who's this giant creature?
Which I think that's Archivist
That's
3.
the-
Is that a statue?
That's the representing the
Just
statue.
making sure. There wasn't something else we had to murder.
I mean, we do need to murder it.
Oh yeah, shit.
yeah, it's going to. Oh, this would be so mean if it lands, but this is what they do. Unfortunately, it's going to try and hit you with a tentacle. I mean, the equivalent of a tentacle. These things don't have tentacles, as I've said, but they're these definitely. You remember, like I mentioned, like they're kind of like they are definitely reminiscent of the mind flayers you've seen in their body and stuff, but their heads not at all. But they are also very, effectively identical to things that Kayron met on a previous mission in a deep prison of knowledge. So it's going to hit you with this this little grappling claw attack. It's going to. All right. Oh, it's still going so poorly. I got to warm up those dice. That's a 19 to hit.
Dice need a fluffer.
AC 19.
Hey, that hits.
Meets beats.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be some. Oh no, it's the other one. It's 19 points of like psychic damage.
Okay.
And if the target is large or smaller, it is grappled and must succeed on a DC 20 intelligence save or be stunned until the grapple ends.
No.
So you just broke out of stun, but I might put you right back in. So,
What do you need me to do? Do I get a throw against it now, or on the end of my next turn?
Yeah, so on future turns you can try and escape the grapple, but this turn you'll need to make a wisdom or an intelligence saving throw against this attack. DC is 20 on this big boy.
Of course it is. Intelligence saving throw. Okay, here we go.
Brain of the cards.
Yeah, fuck, that's 22.
Woo! Yeah.
Nice. Okay. That's a big old leggy. And we go on from Tyrell to Quilla.
Okay. Aquila is she's like I think right on the edge of the fountain where she is there. She's
I think you have a
gonna
blade of disaster.
yeah, so she's gonna stay
yeah.
where she is and her blades of disaster are like these little openings around the phylacteries. They're gonna take 2 more swings. Can you remind me about the differences with the faces of phylacteries? We can tell which ones are the ones that are actively out, right? The statue parts
they're
have fallen off.
destroyed now. Like they're like Xerox went to town and just
Yeah.
like broke off like the torso and above of all of these statues revealing,
Right.
and the Blade of Disaster helped, I think, as well.
Yeah.
But you guys know which ones belong to the 2 archivists whose statues were reforming versus the 2
Right.
that remained like smudged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna try to break the flexors in
But I think that's an
84.
AoE, right? Like the Blade of Disaster?
It's still like a.
Like a
It's a. I have to
targeting thing?
target it. Yeah,
Okay.
I still have to hit a target. So yeah, I will roll to try to hit one of the ones that's active, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
first
Bring
3
it
are
in.
active. Number 1's been
No.
destroyed. 2 and 3 are still active.
Okay.
You just pick which one you want.
Yeah, I'll go for the second one. I don't know if I can tell if that's the downstairs one or the upstairs one, but it doesn't really matter right now. That's gonna be it's not as high as I hit as
AC's
I
pretty
want.
high on these things.
It's 22 to hit.
22 just barely misses.
No.
Adamantine's got an AC of 23.
Oh, this one hit though because that's a natural or that's a crit.
Yeah.
And it's like a 20. I don't know. It's like
20 minutes.
it's a 31. It's a 31. So yeah. Okay. So that one's gonna hit.
So max damage plus the roll.
Yeah. So max damage plus the roll.
That's a
Max
nice crit
damage on a crit is 8d12. Wait,
So
no.
many-
Wait, hold on. Let me read this and tell me how many. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 force damage. On a crit, the blade deals an extra 8d12. So it's 12d12 automatically?
So it does 40
So-
12 on a regular hit.
Yeah, so it does 4d12 regular.
Extra 8 to 12 for it. So what I think how that normally works with those like extra dice, and
Mhm.
same thing with like brutal critical and stuff.
Mhm.
You don't then like double the extra dice as well. Like it's
Okay.
like you do the
So
crit
you would
and then you add
say
those
it's
as an
48
added thing.
automatically,
Yeah.
and then an extra
Then you
8d12.
roll an extra 8d12 plus an extra 4012 as a crit. is
Right.
added. So
So I'll
you'll
roll
take
12d12
Yeah.
plus 48.
plus 48.
Okay.
I don't know if that's exactly how we, because you fit with that ability. Before.
I think that is how we did it actually.
Okay.
I feel like
I think
that
that's the
refresher
right
sounded
reading
familiar,
rules.
and I think that makes sense.
The rules in the whole
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I got 3 12s and a 1.
Wow.
So on the first roll, so
48 plus.
37.
I got my calculator.
Okay, thanks. So it's 48 plus 37 plus 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. 18 plus 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21.
That's 124 total.
Yeah. This one just shatters
Yeah.
into a million pieces, and they like begin to explode out, but then they're just like brought back and swallowed by the.
Yeah. The when I like activate it, the blade like glows like a little with like radiant power at the edges, and then just the force damage just rips into everything.
Yeah. Completely destroyed relic phylactery number 2.
Yeah.
And that removes the archivist
This
on
guy?
this level, on the top level.
Alright, upstairs is gone.
Yeah, just as like you can see, just like an echo of that same just air break through, and it just like breaks apart like this, the crystalline phylactery shattering, and it's gone.
Someone's left his down.
Right.
Can I just like hang this on here and then we knock one out?
Yeah,
Did we knock
he's
another
not
one
two
already?
out.
We
Yeah,
knocked 2.
no, Xerox took out the first
So-
one. You've taken out the second one.
Hang 2.
Same turn.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna call for another legendary action because
No.
I can't get there.
Why would I want to do that?
So it has Tehran in the grapple, but you are not stunned. It can still use. Basically, now that it's got you grappled, it's going to try and shove your brain into the void of its maw and mouth and face, trying to consume all your memories and your might. So it's going to try and do that to you. It's got a roll. It's got a plus 12 to hit. What's your AC? What's it got to roll here? Your AC is 19?
19.
It's a
19.
7 or higher. That's a 12. So that's a hit with a 24. So that's going to do a bunch of damage.
Don't
This is-
die.
Wait, yeah. What was that
D10?
psychic damage I took before? I'm sorry. What was that? I totally
Oh,
forgot.
last like before?
18?
I don't recall.
15?
I think it was. I'm gonna round up. I'll take 20.
I love it. It's going to hit you with this force damage,
A lot of dice.
and this is 10d10 force damage.
Ouch.
Wow. That's up to 100 damage.
Oh, 10? It's 100 damage.
Whoa! The heart.
Well,
Yahtzee!
uh,
He's like, there's a lot of 9s I just rolled. Though. 90 points of damage.
Boy, double.
69 points of force damage. Nice.
Nice.
That doesn't reduce you to 0, I presume.
Absolutely not.
Excellent. You do have to make a Constitution saving throw or take a level of exhaustion.
Why?
Because it's consuming your very mind and person and memory.
Okay, hold on a second. So I got 1 for my brain and memory, and then I got 1 against a grapple.
No. So the grapple. That's something there's a DC for the grapple. If you want to try and escape on your turn. Previously, when it used its legendary action to grab you, it did some damage, tried to stun you, which you passed that. You broke that stun, but you remained grappled. And now on its this legendary action, it is trying to use its equivalent of extract brain on you. So you've been targeted by 2 legendary actions after since your turn.
Sweet. Okay. What do you need from me right now?
Yeah. So this ability does not have any additional on its own does not have any additional saves, but this archivist has. So I'm sorry. I have to remember this because it's a template from a monster on the D&D Beyond that I'm referencing. So it adds the exhaustion feature because you're in this space. So you have to make the Constitution save or take a level of exhaustion when they extract your memories, when they hit you with these brain drain abilities. You have to make a physical exhaustion save as well.
1 level right now?
Yeah, so the con save, I think we're doing, let's see, on the abilities, yeah, so it should just be an 18 con save.
$24.
Nice. So you resist the exhaustion, remaining steadfast. And as this thing tries to consume you to your first memory.
You don't want to go there. The dreamer's there.
Your memories are already kind of fucked up. So.
I've just
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To the pit of despair. All right. After Quilla, we go to the top of the round. Beep boop.
I've died.
You have certainly died. For a moment, it doesn't really feel like it. You've been dead briefly before and been in a kind of strange null space, like some sort of like pleasant nothing. That was just as you were just awaiting transition, presumably to somewhere else. But here, there was just a moment where you were in your body, and the next when you were just slipping through the floor, drifting downwards. And what you see as was before just this immensely black and beyond ultraviolet color and strange, impossible octarine and strange, like deep colors in the blackness of the space, all being like drawn down to this point of just annihilation, this space of nothing. But now you look out and you see like this immense, like what was this this drained place looks like still like strangely pallid and like drained still, but like you see an explosion. These like immense like tendrils are now just an infinite number of like weaves of yarn, like just yarn fabric. And you see these things from some tapestry, some beautiful things somewhere above you being pulled out and unraveled.
See, I'm unraveling.
And you fall.
I knew I hated her.
towards this space, into the nothing deeper. Beyond all heavens and hells, beyond the trappings of your life, beyond the life you lived and cannot remember before you took this current form, before you were awoken by a strange little gnome. So much lost, so much unremembered. And you drift.
Wait. I'm already dead. So I don't know how this works to like see things, right? But once upon a time, we were blessed by Torm, a god.
Yeah.
He said, like, if you give up your power, I might be able to come and help you. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Is it too late for that because I'm dead?
You don't know. It's something you could reach for.
Man, I'm intrigued though.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to, yeah, you're. I'll give you a
That's
moment
good
to just
memory.
think about what you want to do, and look if there is anything that you want to do, anything you want to try and, any power you want to try and manifest, any memory that you want to cling to. Is there something here as you drift into this ending, this unraveling of history, this unraveling of things?
And all I see is the fabrics.
You think that even in this space, your mind is struggling to comprehend and metaphorize
Okay.
what it sees.
I should have. I'll shout out to the thing. Hey, bud. Remember that one time? Is this one of those situations where you can be helpful?
Why don't you give me a percentile roll for a divine intervention here? You are far from the gods, far from the domain of Lathander. You are in a place that is antithetical to a god of light, so far beyond any realm that he holds dominion over.
81.
That is not going to do it.
Yeah.
As you feel like this glowing, radiant energy sort of just like begins to just like lift you up for a moment, and you feel this energy that is now like still indwelling you, gifted by Lathander. And you feel for a moment like, you feel for a moment like just like in a stormy, dark day, like it feels as if like the light is about to pierce through a cloud, but if there was, it was just the faintest glimmer that is consumed before it reaches you.
So that's a no then.
You can give me, I think lastly, before we move on to Xerox, you can give me a perception check. If you wish to, as you see that fading light, if you wish to turn and take a moment to look at what awaits you towards where you are falling.
Okay, I do. 19. Ah, I suck at perception. This is great. Oh wait, fuck! I'm exhausted.
I think you are not tied to your physical body right now.
So maybe you're not
I will not require you to make that exhausted.
Not spiritually exhausted.
Yeah,
Oh my
your
God.
physical body is.
I've died so many times, my spirit is tired. It's like, holy shit. How many times can you die?
Come on. You look away from any source of light that you might expect to find aid from. and turn yourself instead towards the yawning darkness that you were drifting towards. Again, just a scale of which that is just unimaginable, and you become just, it becomes impossible to like place. But you fall, you're like slowly drifting and seeing these immense like chunks of just like null space, just that it feels even to you in this moment like just not quite cold, but like alien and consuming. Like there's just like these things that are just drifting around and you among them, and something immense dislodges itself. A darkness against a background of darkness that is difficult to perceive, and begins crawling, climbing up the strands of yarn that you see being drawn into this annihilation. And it begins crawling, climbing its way towards you.
We killed the crawling darkness.
Oh shit! It's in the sun somewhere.
This darkness that's crawling.
All right. Xerox, I think, is going to go for this remaining thing. You did?
Blackberry.
One of the Blackberries that's exposed there.
Gonna
Who did?
attack.
Who
So we'll just do.
Wait, were there 3 of them or were there 5 of them?
There were 5 total, 3 active.
3 active.
5
Thanks.
total archivists that when the team first arrived here, the beep boops here, the leap loops here were like, yeah, there were 5, but they've all been erased from history. And then later there were
that's
like
right.
4 of them were erased from history, but 1 remains.
That's
and
right.
then there were like 3 of them have been erased from memory, but 2 remain. And now they're up to 3 remain.
Okay.
And Xerox hits with the first attack. That's a D12. Do even better. Hits with the first and the second attack.
The one we just killed with the blade of disaster,
Yeah.
did the body disappear or did it just like, is it dead on the ground?
It like just it was unmade. It like
Okay.
shattered
Like it
just
fully
like
unmade.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Just
this
checking.
weird thing where it,
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of would have thought, but curious.
Should put the other ones in the bag of holding. Then they'll go to a different plane. They won't be able to come back here.
We're killing their blackberries. We're making them not be able to come
Xerox
back.
slams into the remaining relic
Yeah, but it
twice.
takes so long to kill.
Remains not unbroken but chipped.
Okay,
That's
chips
what
it.
convinced them to get into this bag.
It's not
That'll
dead.
be Xerox's turn.
Okay.
We go to Archivist.
Let me put the phylacteries.
Okay.
Archivist 3. Oh, it's going to use a legendary action before.
No! Don't
Yes,
kill
it
Tayron!
really wants to kill Tayron too.
Bring it up. I can barely hear you.
You can't kill me if I can't hear you.
So it's still got you
I'm quite
grappled.
serious. I'm quite serious. I can't hear anything.
Oh, that one does take 2 actions though. I forgot. So it's actually you can't do that again. So it's
I
just-
forgot to say on abjured when I abjured enemy for that one that's right next to me for the
Mhm.
archivist. On a successful save, that was halved speed. So you would have otherwise been stuck in spot, but that fucker can only half its speed right now.
Okay.
Just a note.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Excellent. It is going to do a quick little attack here, just to use up its last budgie before it comes back around to it. It's a 23, and that's going to do 17 points of psychic damage to you. And you are once again, unfortunately, going to have to make that intelligence saving throw or be stunned until the
Jeez.
grapple ends.
Poor boy.
Each of these enemies,
13.
is, challenge rating isn't like the best guide in D&D. It's like,
Yeah.
it's more of a suggestion. Each of these, though, is a 22 challenge rating.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're nasty. What'd you get?
13.
13.
That is not a success, and you are stunned until the grapple ends.
Bonus actions only, yeah?
Yeah.
Did the one that is holding him start screaming when Xerox hit the phylactery up here?
No, it's holding it together very well.
I just want to know.
So
I want to know
stoic.
if she's hitting the right phylactery.
So you don't even know.
You can't know, you're dead.
Yeah, you know nothing. So that is its turn, or it's a legendary action. Now it gets to take a turn. How much HP do you
Whoa.
have? Do you have more than a? No, I can't do that. I can only do that once.
You can't do that, asshole.
You can only do it once. You only have one 9-level slot. But it could try something.
Don't die. Just don't die.
I'm gonna blame you once I die, so don't worry about it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't die. There's a monster in here.
So this creature.
It just ended up fighting again.
Yeah, I think I won't ask for a specific amount of HP, but do you have less than 100 HP?
I'll give you that, yeah.
You do have less than 100?
Yep.
All right.
Oh
We
God.
might try the other one.
No. No.
Finger of Death.
No.
No.
You're gonna get a little Tehran zombie.
Tehran's gonna turn into a
I don't
zombie.
know. I doubt this will kill you. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage.
I don't know. I
And
doubt
you
it'll
get a
kill
con
you.
Save, and that's up your alley. So. All right. So you need to
Time
make
for
a-
turn 2.
Yeah.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw against this Finger of Death.
I wanted her friends to become burned too.
And its spell save on regular stuff is DC 20.
Oh, I'm so frightened.
Alright. Yeah?
You
There we
make
go.
it?
Don't do it. Come on. Oh my God.
2.
You made it? What is it?
22.
Oh, nice. So you
Shit.
do only take half damage.
This is
What's
stressful.
the damage?
I'm dead.
I gotta math real quick. 1 sec. Just 51 points of necrotic damage, but that'll be halved down to 25 points.
Are you immune to necrotic damage?
Hey, Chef.
No, I'm immune to disease, not necrotic damage, though.
Nice. All right, that's its turn. How disappointing.
For who? What are you talking about?
He's trying to win the game today.
Gotta win the game by killing everyone. It's the only way.
It's only taken 6 years for me. I finally win.
He's been doing this for years.
We'll get him with the legendary Noose, you're up.
Somebody go help Tara.
Yeah. We're gonna go down there. Three. And then that was 4, 5. I can't make it. Take a bonus action dash.
Nice.
Can you see him from there? Like,
Probably not
step up
there,
to help.
but I would think right here would be the best I could
Yeah,
do.
do you have a bottle with you?
You do.
Oh, thank you.
I recognize that you can pull out and it's like,
Alright, so the movement and the dash will get you down there.
Yeah.
You see a grappled Tehran. Looks like not stunned, but just definitely like there's something about the way like this thing has its claws in Tehran that you think the magic is flowing from that. That's like keeping him like stunned or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think you think that if you could break that, you could Tehran would be free.
That's what I want to do. I want to hit that with the silver dagger.
Mm-hmm. So if you're so typically like you can like damage doesn't normally like necessarily cause enemies to like break a grapple or drop a weapon or anything.
Yeah.
So if you do a push attack, it would be against the enemy, and if you succeeded, you could push him away from. You could break the grapple by moving the enemy and leaving Tehran where he is. So we can like flavor that as like a psychic like push dagger, but it will be like, effectively I think mechanically it'd be like a push attack effectively.
Okay. So forego the damage to push more.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you want to focus on freeing from the grapple.
I don't have advantage from anything. That's a 20.
That beats the. It doesn't have the strongest athletics check here. Was that a 20 to hit? This would be an opposed like athletics.
Athletics, okay.
Yeah. So it only got an 11.
Okay. It might meet me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it beats me. Because I have 0 athletics.
The frail archivist monster. Hold steady.
And I use my bonus
I thought
action.
you had like a, what'd you roll?
Just a 10.
Oh, I thought,
Yeah, and I have +0 to
okay. It's too bad.
So, that's all I can do pretty much.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if I could, probably not now, because I think it would take like an action, but can I pour like some of my psychic energy into Jerry to try and like wake him up?
I think that was the cost. I'm going to say that was the cost of this having Jerry jump in front of that bullet.
Okay,
Going
that
to play
sounds
through
good.
the scene.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm done.
Alrighty. Why don't we take another Archivist Legendary action?
So they're terrible idea.
And once again, try and eat Tehran's brain.
No.
Oh, in my brain.
so now you're stunned because he has the hit you with that claw. So he has advantage on the attack now.
No. 2 ones.
That's a hit. That's a 30 to hit.
Nice.
So this is going to be
You gotta hit it or get
all
it.
the damage again. This is the 10d10 attack.
I'm just going to give it to you unless you roll 10 twos or less.
I did not. I rolled.
All right.
It's not the biggest roll, but I think it's going to be around average. So, which would be around 50 to 55.
Yeah, that's me down.
All right.
No.
With that,
Oh yeah, people can go unconscious. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you're not in the closed book yet, are you?
No.
as it's like pulling you into this like roiling, spinning void of its mouth and like collarbone and neck, this space. Like the last thing you see is Noose like running and trying to like push you free, but he's not going to make it in time, and like you're like trying to hold yourself back, but you were so strangely paralyzed by its grasp that it like just pushes your head into this void, and you feel like at first it feels just like the shock of like your head going under like a cold surface of water, but it is just not cold, it's just nothing, and you feel your mind beginning to just fray. And you've already been struggling to remember your own narrative, your own like, who is Tehran? What the fuck am I doing? And like it becomes instantly like that doesn't even matter anymore, as like those things are beginning to just be pulled like strands from your mind. You go down to 0, not dead yet. I'll say that Noose's intervention, it like as you go limp, and then Noose like gets there in time just to shove you out, and so it like pulls your head back out of the maw. So you're at 0, but not quite dead yet.
Do I see Tehran for a second?
I'm sorry, actually you are actually totally dead.
Wait,
So there's a note. There's a note on this
No saving
ability.
throws, nothing?
There is a note on this ability, unfortunately.
Just kidding, you're dead.
Welcome to the danger zone, ladies and gentlemen. If the damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the Lich kills the target by extracting and devouring its brain. So Noose pushes Tehran out of this, and there is a smoking, just like oozing ruin of Tehran's head.
And now she shows up.
Now she shows up.
Hi.
Fire up the wish spell.
I don't have a skull anymore.
Well,
Skull is dead.
I think we need to take a quick break. Catch Sarah up of the situation.
Dead.
And, use the restroom.
Dead.
Time for you to wake up.
Yeah, Beep Boop and Tehran are both dead right now.
Aaron got
What
lobotomized.
happened?
No, a lot. We wandered into a library that didn't want us here.
They tried to steal the treasures of knowledge from a library.
Oh my god, guys.
I didn't steal shit. All right, I just knocked on the door.
We have great
All right,
ideas.
taking a break. Taking a break.
Well, yeah. So we'll set the scene here for you, Sarah, and tilt the camera back up to say hello.
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 Hi, Sarah.
All right.
So
My goodness.
the party
Yeah.
went to the archival bastion. It sounded like it would be fun. They Leap Loop knew where to go, so you guys courier service Leap Loop there.
This is the best idea ever.
And then went in one at a time over several minutes, despite every warning that the environments inside would be very dangerous.
Sounds about right, right?
So Beep Boop goes in.
I was fine.
Beep Boop was the most equipped to survive this space because there is no air here.
Also was the first
And
to
Beep Boop
die.
does not breathe. And then Noose went in, sneaking in after, and began to, held his breath and has got a little
We
bit of
did
time
lose
left.
contact with him as soon as he went inside.
Yeah, it's definitely a different plane from the material world.
Yeah.
And then Tehran and Xerox and Quilla went in, lastly, having broken the front door to the archival bastion and slipped in through a not the front door, basically. Like, there were some weird shenanigans
Basement
that
cellar door.
we don't even, I think at this point we can just avoid going into the absurdly complicated dungeon I made, or like environment, because that mechanic is now like done with because they've gone through the illusion work and stuff.
That's like the best part.
But
It is really cool.
they came into this space. There are robotic, like Leap Loop style librarians there that were friendly, and there were a bunch of books that were chained to the walls. And then the illusion broke, and they found out that the books were actually all Leap Loops that were like bound to this place in an uncomfortable fashion. When they first arrived, they were told that there were 5 archivists who erased themselves from history. And then later, they found these statues of the archivists, and they were all like smudged, and the details were like defaced and stuff. And then the Leap Loop started saying that there were 5, and that 4 had erased themselves from history, and 1 remains in the archive. And then there were 2 that remained in the archive, and then there were 3 that remained in the archive. And as this happened, the statues started to like re-detail themselves, and the party became under attack by memory wiping, exhaustion inducing attacks. And then finally it broke into like a real like turn-based fight as the enemies were unveiled, and the party began fighting the archivists that were here. And Xerox showed up and started bashing the statue, which was excellent because it revealed that the archivists hid like something like phylacteries within the statue, and breaking the phylacteries seems to destroy or disperse the archivists. So they've dealt with 2 of the 3, and only 1 remains present, and 2 others were never seem to have reformed or changed from not existing to existing here. So while all that's been happening, the party's been getting exhausted and damaged. Beep Boop had like 4 exhaustion levels, and he got targeted one-on-one in a stairwell by an archivist who used power word kill on him. And they've also learned a few things about their environment, that it's definitely not a demi-plane, and the ethereal plane does not exist here.
Yeah, that sucked.
Beep Boop tried to transit into it, and it was just not there. And yeah,
Did they figure out what plane they're on?
they've struggled. They haven't quite nailed it down. They've like got this notion though, I think, pretty well, that like this place is a plane type environment, and it is beyond the realms of most of the planes that they're familiar with, like the elementals and the heavens and stuff.
And I'm falling into the unraveling.
Yeah, and Beep Boop died and is
So you're not gonna remember me.
falling into annihilation. Tehran just died, having his brain effectively like extracted.
Oh, it's like this is like
But
the
he's
White
not
House.
annihilated yet,
They're
right?
going down into annihilation.
As far as I know, I'm dead.
It was an ability that is, if this ability reduces the target to 0, they die instantly instead of, getting into death saves.
I mean, his brain got
Yeah.
eaten, so
Yeah,
that sucks.
so that's rough. Pinta. So they've also discovered that certain kinds of magic are very weakened in this environment. Like
Good golly.
healing magic, positive energy magic stuff is pretty weak
Okay.
here. And the
Necrotic
they've gotten
damage.
the idea that a lot of
Fucks.
necromantic and like negative style magics are more powerful here.
So this is the plane of negative energy, is what I'm hearing.
One could suggest such a thing. One would not have that confirmed by the dice yet.
It's not very positive.
It didn't like radiant. One of the liches didn't like radiant energy at one point.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
archivists were vulnerable to radiant. Even as radiant damage is weaker here, some of the enemies are vulnerable to it.
Like I can roll a smaller damage die, but they do
They were
more damage.
vulnerable,
Double damage.
yeah, vulnerable makes
Double.
takes the total.
Oh,
double.
okay.
So lots going on. You guys can give Sarah a tour of the battle map. There are 2 levels that we're
Yes.
displaying here, and a lot of long spiral staircases.
You did it so well, Ryan.
So Ryan will take one.
Yeah.
And I think he understands it the most. Because I still don't
We just
know.
don't even
And
talk
I'm
about
dead, it
it.
doesn't matter.
We're gonna start over here with the different levels. No.
Well, this is really.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So, this is basically the first level. So Tehran broke down the doors, and when he opened them up, this is what he came into. And he came into this area, and then there's a spiral staircase here that's going up. And these are all different levels. Just we're all on this spiral staircase fighting right now. There's one Mind Flayer Lich there, the Archivist there, dead Tehran, dead Beep Boop, and me on the stairs. Now when you get to the top of the stairs, you get to
Oh yeah, top.
The top of the stairs.
Oh,
get
fuck,
to
this place is
this
confusing.
area, and it's a big. I don't know. There's an illusion going on in
Yeah,
here.
it's
So
a big
when we
library.
got here, it looks like a library, but when you see through the illusion, it's a bunch of leaf loops all over the walls.
Spiral staircase is the only central thing. Once you get away and get to the edges of the room, you start getting into folded rooms in space. There's mirrors on the edge of the room that basically lead into other areas. Right now, we're all in one plane essentially. But but Noose, you know more. I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
So there's a big statue at the very top of the spiral staircase. And it looks
And that's what had the phylacteries?
This has the phylacteries in it. We've got 2 markers in it, marking that we've destroyed 2. And there's one that's activating, or active right now. We're assuming that's his.
Yeah, we think it belongs to the.
And there are 2, and they're not active at the moment.
Okay.
Sarah, I'll be honest. We might only be in this trouble because Beep Boop didn't give up the knowledge that
No way.
no one took anything else. No one took anything else.
These guys
That would seem reasonable to me.
And what's going on is that they want knowledge of this place back. We don't know what they're going to take, but they want knowledge of this place back. So there might.
I think
We're
could be
being a
argued
little.
that being here gives us knowledge of this place, and
Yeah, they want to
We
suck your
are
brains.
all doomed because of
Which is true. They did just suck my brain out.
Yeah.
they took back Tehran.
But they've also been very. They've also been very mad about the fact that we stayed. No, this is Beep Boop's fault. We're not going to go ahead and dance around that. Don't do that.
People, just because your robot friend dives into a magical library, does that mean you're gonna do it? I mean, apparently.
You would have stopped. We could have walked away. You doubled down once we knew where the stairs were, and you went for no. All right, I'm done.
Isn't this the third time you've died in a few sessions, Beep Boop?
Listen, Sarah. Sometimes you gotta live life to its fullest.
That's right.
All we have to
Dying.
decide is what we do with the time given to us. Gandalf.
Nazir is just not living life.
Gandalf is always jumping
I read that
in.
recently somewhere.
You're just slaying the Balrog, you know.
True.
Smoke upon the mountainside.
He dropped his pants and smoked his ruins upon the mountainside. Nothing can dampen your pants, Sam. Those rain clouds might.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that's a reference. I mean, like, what oddness that YouTube has created.
I'm just replacing one word in different lines of Lord of the Rings with pants. It's pretty funny.
All right. So, Nazira, first you can roll initiative.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
She's
Where's
on a
my
boat
dice?
and she's going slow. And...
I was gonna warn you, Nazira. Every time these guys seem to attack us, they they eat our memories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing for Nazir to know. She
Yeah.
don't like that very much.
I feel like she would.
Also,
Yeah.
there's no air in this space, so you need to take a deep breath.
Okay.
Do something about. Do something else about
Your
that.
character wouldn't know that.
There is really just all the reasons why we shouldn't have been in here. Like, I don't know why we put up such a struggle for this.
Where's Quilla?
Up on top
She's doing good.
by
I like the
the
jingle treats and
statue,
pancakes.
and I'm using my blades of disaster on them,
Okay.
trying to help Xerox break them apart.
High risk, high reward. Your reward,
Eight.
death.
High risk, high cost.
Let's see.
Sometimes high reward.
That's an 11.
11. All right, we'll put you before Tehran because his dexterity is very effectively low right now.
Effectively.
Uh,
No, put him right after. 'Cause
what
now
do
it's her
you
turn.
mean that Beep Boop is falling into the unraveling? Is that like something we can see him doing?
No.
Beefoop's body remains. Beefoop's soul has bypassed the heavens and is falling into annihilation.
Okay.
There's a monster here and it's trying to eat me.
Oh yeah, and also there's a monster that's moving towards Beefoop's soul.
Get me
Which
out.
I can't see that either because that's
Yeah.
his soul, right?
That's the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
My wires and circuits are going crazy right
So you
Just like
can.
picture like squirrel
What?
lessons.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you have mind blank on?
I do, yes.
Okay. Are the memory things attacking you? Or are you immune to that?
I'm immune to that.
Okay.
Does that end now?
Not a concentration spell.
No, it just lasts for 24 hours.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And the gods gave it to me, so they're still there. Either way. Not here, but
Not-
there.
not anymore. Yeah, so I think Nazira, you'll be the last one through. I think the only thing I can think of that aside from interplanar madness that has kept Nazira from venturing in after the party this so far is a wise caution over what these guards have described as an environment inimical to organic life. And
I mean, there are so many possibilities. It could be like acid, it could be electricity, it could be
exactly.
fire.
You're just like going through all the possibilities of like what
Yeah.
this could be, like
I feel
research.
like you're saying that right in front of the guards, try to see if they react.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you want to take a moment to, you can give me a persuasion or an investigation check if you want to be consulting your own, persuasion or arcana
Invest-
check rather. I mean, not investigation.
Arcana it will be.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
29.
29. So you only have the information that you received, before anybody went in. So that includes seeing these doors open to a strange courtyard that you instantly were like, that looks like a demiplane. And then Tehran breaking the doors open with the use of Shippy and the ballista and a lot of flying and tugging.
I'm so sorry I missed that.
Yeah, it was pretty great. You see those doors have kind of broken open a bit and against the hinges against their normal motion, and you saw not the weird little courtyard demiplane library place, but instead this weird as you gleaned the plane of negative energy somewhere. You definitely get some vibes around that that you think this is you see this weird cosmic space that's all just just swirling darkness to nothing and annihilation, all this stuff. You're just this is bad. So you have that, definitely have that information. I think before you jump in, you've identified the plane that you are heading to, and now you're all right, well, that means it's going to be not necessarily fully necromantic, but definitely we'll have a lot of necrotic energy flowing around there, plus just annihilation. You're I'm pretty sure spheres of annihilation are harvested, or the components are brought from this space, and where true annihilation exists as a cosmic force. And you're just kicking off these dangers in your mind as you prepare yourself to go after your companions, or you can also choose not to if you want to.
Could be wise.
Depends on how much you want to live.
Okay. I mean, of course, I'll go after my companions, but I am going to. Are the guards still there? I want to be I am so sorry about this.
The guards, yeah, they at this point are beginning to they look like they're just kind of, they have not raised a fuss over anybody going in at all, and they didn't even raise a fuss when the doors were struck by ballista bolts and hauled open and broken to some extent. Now they're just kind of examining the doorway, and they say, the warning remains the same. No treasures may be taken from the bastion.
Oh, fuck. If we leave here with knowledge, they're going to try to kill us.
Oh yeah. No, I know.
Fun.
Definitely part of our exit is that we have two guys we have to fight.
Good thing we can get a long rest here. Just kidding.
Take a quick break. Take a quick long rest in the plane of negative energy.
Give me a second. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do.
You can all stick your heads in the bag of holding, and there's 10 minutes of oxygen in there.
Yeah.
You just.
Playing the negative energy hacks.
True.
He's got to rip off Joel's sweater and.
Hey, and we don't have to take all the psychic damage now.
Yeah. Great.
If your head's in the bag.
Yeah. From the.
Oh my god.
I'm in a different plane. You can't eat my brain.
That opens the door to some other bad possibilities.
I feel once again, this is not a rules and simulation generator. It's a role-playing system. So there's certain lines where I'm just no, you have a nervous system. They're gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Unless you're taking some really significant penalties to this immunity, performance immunity. Gotta be trade-offs. Just no infinite hacks.
You don't take any psychic damage, but your brain is also cut off from the rest of your body.
I did think about if Chloe would try to take a jar of air with her, but I decided not to because Chloe would know that there was
Yeah.
a jar of air to sip on.
Do I know that the plane of
I would say
negative energy has no air mark?
Yeah.
I think. Would you roll on your
The 20, 29 or something.
20? I would say yeah. You think that this space, it's Beyond, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Let's see here. What can I do? Bear with me. I'm just looking at my options.
She made one pass.
They always come back.
Maybe Shell can straitjacket her before then.
Mark,
Yeah.
if you were to cast a whirlwind in the plane of negative energy, would it create breathable oxygen because it's a whirlwind?
Create breathable oxygen.
It's wind based.
What's the spell level?
Level 7.
I would say so. I would say
Yeah?
that it's powerful enough to like manifest that as a part of its spellcraft in an environment where it's like, I mean, you could cast it underwater and it would like have its effects and cause a lot of bubbles. So I'd say, sure. If it has negative effects, like you might be buffeting the dead body, or like, you might be like harming people as well. Like you'd have to read the spell effects. But I
It
think
sure does have negative
Yeah,
effects.
I think they would be. I think they would be affected by those negative things to get the boon of air.
Take 5d6 for a breath of air.
If you're coming in now, you have so much more air than everybody else.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
But it is related to Constitution, and I don't think that Zero's Constitution is exceptionally high.
He is so stacked.
It's not as bad as my
As your
terrible strength.
Yeah. You need that
So
card
there's
for
that.
Concentration check. What are you, like a 14 or something?
Yeah.
She works
So
out.
you have 3 minutes of air then, if you have a +2 modifier.
Oh, I'll save these.
If I 2 minutes of air? Oh, that's plenty of time for a spell
it's-
die.
It's
Yeah.
1 minute plus your Constitution modifier.
I mean-
your whole breath time.
We're 2 out of 6.
So do I have 1 minute? Oh no, I have. Wait a minute.
Air has
So-
not killed
Oh yeah, I have a
anybody
plus
yet.
2. Never mind.
So your total would be 3 minutes of air, which in initiative is an eternity.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have
All right.
one
I'll
last
just keep it
session.
as a backup.
Yeah, that was with some soft time.
Mhm.
And after that,
Having
like,
wish
saves or something?
Creates too many options.
Yeah.
After that, do you like make saves? After 3 minutes?
I think so.
So you can still have
I
more
forget
time?
How that works exactly. But yeah, something like that.
Okay. I will
You dropped his
take a breath of air and follow my companions to an uncertain future.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
You run inside, and just to put you kind of like in a, because, Pesha, don't even think. As you, just to get you kind of like into the action a little bit quicker as we're bringing you online. You run in, you see that like you're on that, the map closer to the camera down at the bottom. You see you're in this like broken expanse where there is these either floating or like suspended, or like you can't imagine in this environment what would be solid enough and go down far enough to actually be like considered ground. So you assume these are like some sort of like floating pieces of like non-material. They're like just so like just Banta black, just like so black it's like hard to perceive them or get depth perception like information from them. And so you like kind of like take that first tentative step onto like what looks like nothing, but you convince yourself is not quite nothing, and it supports your weight, and you walk on this space, and you are amidst this strange environment of like ultraviolets and impossible purplish octarine colors, and all of them are spiraling down below this space. And as you like glance over the edge, you can see that not only are you in the like plane of negative energy, you are at something like if an infinite plane has a locus or a center. This is the like place. This is where like if you had to like looking at this, you're like you just have this like knowledge like everything ends here. Everything that ends this is annihilation. This is it in a cosmic sense. All of history is being unraveled, unbound, and born into this and torn apart till it is unrecognizable and nothing. There's this great, like a maelstrom, like a black hole, that just this darkness beyond blackness that is consuming what remains at this point. So far beyond material realms, so far beyond the heavens, so far beyond anything immortal is prepared to perceive. And you step out and run towards the stairs after your companions. You feel the connection to Rory's kick in again. You feel at least many of the connections return. A noticeable blind and dead spot in the network for Beep Boop and Tehran, and you immediately are like, they're either dead on a different plane or like something's very wrong with them, but you connect with like the rest of the team. And you run up to the stairs, and we'll say that that puts you kind of at the bottom, like coming up the stairs, and you can see ahead of you a lurching, tall figure with immense clawed hands. And in the first moment in this like ill-lit space, you think is a mind flayer, but it like as you approach, it turns, and you can see that like from it's like this hooded figure, and as it like you glimpse something of it. And you see like from like the collarbone or below, like in all the way up to like above its like nasal bridge, you see that it's just a swirling void, consuming void, much like the annihilation you saw below, awaiting, just like a microcosm of this. This thing is certainly no mind flayer, though similar, and it like turns and sees you as you rush up the stairs towards your companions. You see a dead Beep Boop at its feet, and you see a Tehran with a smoking, ruined head, released from its clawed hand, falls dead to the ground, and you see Noose, dagger drawn, just right next to it as well, like
Definitely not peeing his pants.
definitely not peeing his pants at all, seeing two of his companions dead right in front of him, figuring out what to do next.
Jerry hanging loosely around his neck.
Even Jerry's down.
Yeah, Jerry's looking, faded, looking a little pale, ill at the gills.
It's what does need oxygen.
That's canon. You can swim in the water with Jerry. You're like Kevin Costner. Sure you got that long
I think we
rest
did,
before
right?
you
Okay.
got anything?
I just needed to reset one of my things.
But yeah, so you can choose. We'll call that your movement to get on scene. But if you want to do something with some range, you can do that.
I think seeing this, realizing we have two dead party members, or for my first instinct is going to be to resurrect Beep Boop.
Oh.
And be like, well, there's my ninth level spell.
So you're using Wish to do True Resurrection?
To do Resurrection. True Resurrection is a ninth level spell, so I can't do it.
Oh yeah, Wish can
sadly.
Yeah, copy a lower level spell.
Yeah.
I hope you don't go mad here. That doesn't seem like a fun thing.
All right. That
What was that?
Resurrection does have a casting time of 1 hour.
Oh.
Oh, but if you do it with Wish, it doesn't require any
Oh, that's
components or
right.
anything.
That's right. You ignore
Yeah.
the component and the casting time cost, you just get to do it.
Yeah.
Very cool. You will get the -4 penalty, and we were discussing the resurrection spells before, because we had a dead Beep Boop at the end of last session. We decided that the resurrection spell, the 7th level resurrection spell, would not necessarily remove levels of exhaustion, but true resurrection would, because the 7th level one says like it doesn't remove like magical diseases, curses, and the like. But let's say Neutralizes poisons and cures diseases. No mention of exhaustion still. I think with that language, I think I'm going to, because I didn't read that before, so I'm going to let the dice decide. I'll do a death saving throw here. 10 or higher, it'll remove exhaustion. 9 or lower, it does not. Hey! Blessed be. The dice have spoken.
And then, like, a moment later, she realized that it would make more sense to resurrect Kieran because he can really good at other people.
You can still change your mind.
But she's been traveling with people for so long that it's like a panic response, I guess.
It's understood.
The Ryan's like, well, fuck you too, alright.
My head is smoking. I don't.
So wait, do I come back with full HP and no exhaustion?
I'm pretty sure.
It says any poisons. I mean, I'd be happier with full HP because then I would be at 74 max HP.
With all its hit points.
Yeah, but if I have half my hit points because of exhaustion, right?
But you
We
remove
are
exhaustion.
restoring exhaustion.
Exhaustion too.
Yeah.
That was what that roll was for. We decided to, because some other language was right here.
Yay!
You're not exhausted.
thanks.
You're
No
not...
longer
Yeah.
exhausted and at full HP. All it cost was a wish.
Do I still see that monster?
In your waking space, you see the stairwell. You cannot see beyond the space where your soul was floating before.
And you see the monster.
You see darkness around you. You definitely see the looming archivist right over your corpse.
And do
Yeah, I guess he has to get up still.
And you hear
Yeah.
Nazira say, "You need to stop making a habit of that."
What?
As a rebuke upon revival.
Yeah, immediately.
I mean, that tracks.
Yeah. Literally the fourth time you died in like
What are we talking about?
half as many days.
Do I remember what I saw when I was dead?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Don't die. It sucks here.
They say you look over
look
and you
across.
see the headless Tehran. Gulp. Alright, excellent. If that ends Nazira's turn, we'll go, in fact, to Tehran.
You dead.
What?
Tehran, you feel this life leaving your what? Yes, go on.
Before I came back to life, did I see Tehran?
Just like, no, you did not.
Okay, great.
Tehran's has a different experience.
You're in a
Tehran,
parachute. You just free fall.
you feel just like the initial like that flare of pain as your mind is just like exploded as the archivist consumes you. You feel as they are like stripping your memory away from your life. You are experiencing some of that, like you're having this like disembodied experience of like your own memories, and you get separated from that. Like that like becomes like a waterfall like in the background as you find yourself in a calm and relatively quiet space that feels familiar to you. You turn and you see somewhere in the distance a vast mountain with a dragon of unbelievable scale and size coiled around it, slumbering. And you remember that that thing is familiar to you. And you hear a screeching of metal on the stone as a chair is moved. And you look over to find what looks like yourself, a very aged Tehran with scars that you don't recognize having received yet. Pulls up this chair and like sits, backwards on it like the coolest youth pastor, and is just like, "Hey, looks like you died. And if memory is any indicator, you don't know shit about what's going on. This may be the end, it may not. But you've still got some work to do, my friend.
Of course I do. All right. Wait. Oh, wait. So I don't remember how I died.
You feel that like connection to that life, like you feel it. Yeah, you remember how you died. You remembered what you were doing, pretty faintly.
Okay.
And you have this like very like Captain America public service announcement, like, but it's Tehran giving you yourself, like, and you suddenly feel this like, wait, this feels familiar. And you know this in this moment, this is not the first time you've been given this like talking to by yourself, where it's just like Tehran needs an intervention, and it's been recorded by Tehran to like make sure Tehran doesn't do some stupid shit. And you see like you begin to like reconnect and like piece together these like what have been for you in a lot of the recent period, like these fragments of memory, fragments of yourself in different moments in different times. And you see this older version of you just like nods, like looks at you knowingly as you kind of like are experiencing this. Like, it takes a toll, doesn't it? The fragmentation.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. When does it does it end?
Yeah. Pesha, get down. It ends, never in quite the way that we'd like it to. It doesn't.
I'll take it. As long as I know there's a path, and that's not just me spinning my wheels, I'm fine with it.
It's tough.
Whatever it is.
What's that? You remember Valkyrie?
Vaguely, yeah.
We've been around for a long time since Valkyrie. A lot longer than your friends.
I've been putting that together, yeah.
What that asshole did to us, those experiments with the Bellstone,
Oh yeah.
kind of set us loose a little bit from time. Kind of unspooled or just broke the spring or something. And that made us useful. Made us useful to the dreamer.
Yeah.
And well, if you get out of this, and if you get to be as old as me, I suspect you'll come to understand that the dreamer's good people.
I know he is. It's just, I don't know. I'm always looking for I'm looking for the path, the well-lit path, and it never seems that way when I'm here, so. Well, I'm glad you're here. I don't know where here is.
Oh yeah,
but
you're dying in this moment.
Right.
And that kind of unstuck in time thing. Sometimes we get a moment to chat in these moments.
Right. But if you're here and I'm here, where am I supposed to be? Is it here? Is this fine? I just want to know I'm fine. I don't want to be fucking it up.
Yeah. You know, the Dreamer has a lot of irons in the fire, trying to keep a lot of things from getting out of hand, But there's one thing that our connection with the rest of these idiots, especially the one that ran in here first and got you killed, they've got a purpose to serve, and the Dreamer would love to see it done.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I've always been fine with that. These are good people. I don't mind these people. It's the, yeah.
And if a well-lit path is what you think you need, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I made it, you know, if you die here, I won't have ever been. You think shit's weird like that. But I went through what you were going through and found very few well-lit paths, but instead found people that could help carry a light along with me in the darkness.
Go for that.
And if you want to know that this is all for something, it's for an entire world, a world not yet born, or perhaps stillborn, waiting to be brought back to life. A whole world of lives and potential. And that seems like a cause, even to me, like a cause worth fighting for.
You got the benefit of time. We'll see. But yeah, I don't have an issue with that right now.
Yeah.
Let me ask though, these witches I'm hanging out with, they like killing lots of people off by the thousands like that?
They make some really dumb choices from time to time.
That's all right. I'm all right with dumb choices. I fuck around with that. All right, no, that's cool. All right, no, I appreciate the pep talk, but honestly, if these guys can bring me back so I can scream at Beep Boop, it'll all be worth it. I'm never jumping into one of these damn libraries again.
Yeah. Always take a moment to look before you leave, but sometimes you gotta plunge in regardless. That's the way it is.
Yeah. I really just want to try out this. I mean, do I have any embodiment of any of my gear? Like, is there like stuff with me?
There's like this person just like, yeah, definitely has picked up some impressive stuff. Still like using that same like the polearm that you have, but it's like has some like definitely like very ornate and magical armor and stuff. They're like geared out for sure.
You want specific, Max. Tell him what he's going to get in the future.
Yeah, very
I show him the crossbow. I'm like, look at the crossbow though, man. Like, I really wanted to use like. I start showing it off, no reason, like proudly, like he hasn't seen it already.
Yeah. You guys do some sharing, just showing off of gear, and like a little bit of posing and flexing happens as you.
Gotta make sure the future Tehran's keeping it tight.
Yeah. Keeping it tight,
So in this moment, this begins to fade, and Tehran, you are left with the question of whether or not your companions will resurrect you in time, or if you will be lost to this, and this future version of you will never have a chance to become. And we'll find out later.
Come on, fucker.
Can anyone resurrect?
So that's
Dear
Tehran. We go to
take an
Quill.
hour.
Quilla?
I can't. Xerox can though.
Spirit scan?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
Xerox
goodness.
got a boon from Lathander from after they loosed the Necronomicon.
Man, Xerox has all the boons.
I know. Van Paladin with a Lathander boon.
Boonmonger.
That's what happens when you make smart choices and unleash a great evil amongst the world. See, baby, I will do it again.
Big risk at great cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Quilla's gonna try to bust this other phylactery open.
Yeah, bust
Yep.
it.
Do it.
Do.
Yeah,
shit, it's
It's already
done.
damaged at this roll.
Okay.
That's a disaster.
Yeah, blade disaster.
That's
Yeah.
definitely more than enough to destroy
Yeah.
this last one.
It's like
48 reflect damage.
yeah,
Without
48
her rolling it.
plus
Yeah.
potentially over.
I
Yeah.
love this
taking
fucking
that up
spell.
over
That
the, I
spell is so
know.
powerful.
Blade disaster is so cool.
And with that, the third phylactery is destroyed.
Fabulous.
Nazira, you see this archivist, this monstrosity, just obliterate as if it's been like torn asunder from some unseen force, as what the damage done to its phylactery is mirrored across its body, and it is gone. Oh wait, that was the upstairs one. Right? No, that was
No,
the
it's the
downstairs.
downstairs.
Yeah, that was the downstairs one. Yeah, the last of the three archivists has been destroyed.
That was only my first attack. I know the other two weren't active, but are there phylacteries there?
There are
I am
there.
absolutely gonna
Yeah.
keep wailing.
Mhm.
Want to hit the next one? That's only a 22, so probably doesn't.
No, 23 to hit.
It would have been so great if it was another crit. I would have.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right, and that's just like your bonus action to command that or whatever.
Yeah, so that's my bonus action. On my sorry. It's my bonus action to move it, but it's I think it's an action to use it. I'll verify the language on that. Because I can't do that and like Eldritch Blast, which is a shame.
That would be really
You know.
powerful.
That would be insanely powerful.
So many
Yeah.
billions of damage.
Is it bonus action to move?
How does Leap Loop feel being here?
He's annoying. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember.
You know what?
Lost track of them.
You're right. It never says that it costs an attack to do, so I think I could do my Eldritch Blast.
I thought it was just
I
like
think
an
I
advanced.
Yeah, I
divine weapon
should have
or
done that on
whatever
my
it was.
last one. That's okay. I was thinking it was the bonus action was the movement and the attack was separate, but it says you can move it as a bonus action and attack. Make 2 attacks.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage.
So yeah, that is a lot of damage. That means I missed my damage before. That's okay.
You can reroll. We can go back in time.
It's okay. I will take that penalty of not knowing my spells.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, then I will blast the hell out of this.
Do it.
Make sure to step back first.
In case it.
You don't have disadvantage on attacks that are within 5 feet.
That's true. I will step
I
onto the top platform of the stairs if I can still see it.
Ooh, nice. No. Yeah?
My thumb's a lot. Usually.
The pressure. It's gotten to you.
It's hard to perform.
It's hard. It's performance anxiety, you know? Sometimes you can't pop when people are watching.
I missed the mouse. I can theoretically do my Eldritch Blast.
That might be like a mental spell. And
Just keeps going, and it's all bonus action. It's almost like its own
level 9.
entity.
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna set these over here. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the hell out of the next phylactery. It's a plus 13 to hit, so the plus 2 doesn't hit, the plus 6 probably doesn't hit, but the 17, 18 definitely do.
Yeah, 23 is the AC.
Yeah, then those 2 hit. So it's gonna be 8 and 9 and an extra 5. And that's all radiant damage. Wait, I need to roll a smaller die for radiant damage. Shoot.
Oh,
So re-rolling those. Well, Well,
It's about the same.
yeah. Yeah, because it's going to be 1 plus 5, which is 6 plus 11 plus 5. 6 plus 11 plus 5. Nope. Wait. Sorry. This is so confusing because I doubled the die number. So 2, if we're including the thing. On the die, I got 1 and a 6.
So tell me how much damage radiant energy did, and I'll interpret that from there.
Okay. Then that's
How much you
11.
rolled?
11 plus 6. Thank
17.
you. Plus
22.
plus my 5 radiant bonus for being a radiant soul.
For a total of what?
27.
22.
22.
Thank you.
All right.
That's more
So
math than I could handle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep
the
shouting numbers
radiant
until we get there.
energy does slam into this crystal, and it seems to
77.
be vulnerable to it in a similar way as their fleshly counterparts. The phylactery takes 44 damage.
Do we hear any screaming?
No screaming.
Great.
There's only 3 archivists.
It didn't.
2 of them erase themselves from history.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Are we still in initiative?
At this point, I think we can take ourselves out of initiative.
Oh, thank God. Hey, Lathander, can we try this again? Are you there?
You call out into the beep boop's words echo into the stairwell.
Does it happen? Lathander, it'd be great if you could, like, bring this guy back to life real quick before he falls into the shallowy abyss. You can have your spell back. Fuck. I
You
pick
already
up.
rolled for this.
I didn't know if I didn't hear him because I was on the other plane of existence, or because
You are out of networks.
great. I pick up Tehran and I start running towards Nazira and hopefully the door that she's holding open with her boot heel.
Man, Shippy's holding it open with a couple ballistas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we see Shippy's nose when we're in the bottom of the stairwell? Can we see
Yeah,
the
when
nose
you
of
guys
Shippy?
at the bottom of the stairwell, you can see the door that
See
should
the
be
door that
holding
Shippy's
open.
holding open. Okay.
Yeah, I think once that guy disappeared, Noose would start beelining it for that door.
I pick up Tehran and start dragging him to the door.
I think Kula and I don't know. I'll ask Xerox to help me destroy this other phylactery because I want to know what happens if we kill all the archivists at this point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I think our friends should be
I
out,
think,
but
Xerox, between you and Xerox, it will not take more than another 6 seconds to
Yeah.
destroy the remaining phylactery,
Yeah.
for sure. Xerox and Quilla smash the last phylactery. You begin dragging Tehran to the door. Beep Boop runs down, after just like runs down ahead, just like probably scouting the way, make sure there's no more surprises down the stairwell as Beep Boop is slowly dragging Tehran. Xerox and Quilla then begin to run down the stairs after the party, I presume? Or do
I wanna.
Are we not bringing freedom to all these leap loops?
Most of you all can't breathe here, and that's a good plan, but I want to make sure that you make it out first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And 10 squared is already trying to collect all the cores, so.
Zira's waiting to see the last of her party leave before she leaves.
last one in, last one out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already rolled, I think, for your homunculus thing,
Mhm.
doing the checking it. Since you
Yeah.
got one of the things out and it's coming after you.
Yeah.
It's coming to reunite. Okay.
I think when the statue breaks, when Xerox and I crush it, before I go, I'm aware of our need to get out for now, but looking around, I'm just trying to gather, is anything changed when the last one breaks? Does anything happen?
No, there's no change to I think you can still see the illusory version of this place and the reality of it overlaying each other. And with the last of these archivists or guardians or whatever they are, like their last phylactery destroyed, the space though still remains. No change to the environment.
What's
Okay.
our leap loop doing?
He's you guys have all been moving
Yeah.
around, having this big fight, and he's just been up there just like, well, friends, let me find a way to resolve this peacefully.
I think I
There's
asked.
no need for such acts of violence.
There's no air in here, so we can't actually hear him.
No, you guys all hear it. He's speaking
Damn
back
it!
there. You get the other leap loops here. They all talk psychically to you.
I think when I destroy the other archivist, I'm gonna tell our Leaf Loop, we'll do our best to come back. Look to see you soon, unless you wish to come with us.
Why would I want to leave such a treasure trove of knowledge?
I see your point.
With my knowledge still remaining within me, not given to the bastion. I will remain to see my purpose done. And then I will be sent back out into the world once again.
How do you get
I'm coming back and unleashing all of them except for him. Please stay.
Okay. And then I just head out after our friends.
As you look, you see all these like leap loops chained to the wall. They're just
Yeah.
like struggling and stuff. Most of them are just passive, but a few, like especially the ones that Beep Boop touched, are like they look like they're like uncomfortable as they're being like drained. Tasha, leave it. And Leap Loop seems incapable of perceiving the reality of this space.
Okay.
At least he is not. I don't know that you guys have specifically told him about the illusion and that he should try and investigate it.
Yeah.
But it does not seem like he is borne witness to the reality here.
He will be
Zero
missed.
will- The Zero will go up to him and cast True Sight on him.
Damn it.
True sight on.
True Seeing.
I think, yeah, because I think Kula would convey what's happening with Leaf Loop up top and what it looks
Yeah.
Do you, patient? Calm down.
Hey.
And now it gets me a lower level spell slot back.
Do you? Before that
What?
happens, I will say a
Okay.
thing that you
Okay.
saw this archivist monster be destroyed.
Okay.
You resurrected Beep Boop, who is now dragging Tayron down behind you to the stairs, or down the stairs back towards the door, with Noose also heading that way to kind of scout the path. You hear the destruction that Quilla and Xerox wrought above, and they begin if I'm running down.
Yeah,
You pause here to.
I mean,
talk to Leaf Loop a bit.
I hesitate, I think, a second to talk to Leaf Loop,
Okay.
but if he's not gonna, like,
He doesn't immediately. Yeah, he definitely like right now, like from you. So you guys have rories. I just want to get like a sense of where everybody's at as like Tayron's being brought. Tayron's corpse is being brought towards the door down the stairs. If you're heading to the top, Nazir, that'll be kind of like the moment where the group is kind of separated, like pretty fully, and you'll be like with the top level group while the other group's down below. So I just want to get an assessment of like what's going on, where people are at, because this will take a moment here to cast that spell
Okay.
and interact with Leaf Loop and stuff.
Can you bring Leap Loop toward me?
I'll ask him if he'll come to the top of the stairs.
I think he's already
Just
answered that
saying
question.
Yeah, he's like not.
He wants to stay in the archival bastion
Yeah.
and deliver the
Yeah,
treasure of his
I
knowledge.
think
And you're
we can try to get him later if we can come back, but I think we should get our companions to safety.
Yep. As I walk through the door.
There's a couple of
I know
robot
you hate
birds
him.
right outside this place that are gonna attack us.
Yeah.
You're not through the door yet. You can't just say things like that.
I'm walking through the door right
You're not
now.
there yet.
I'm
We're
through
on
it.
initiative, but we still have to give everybody a similar amount of
I summon a
activity.
construct.
I will wait for, since Quilla and Xerox are leaving a Leap Loop, I will wait for them to come to the door.
I think we have to at this point. No. pull this
Is there any more threat in here, though?
No. Except for you can't
Just
breathe.
that there's not oxygen.
Lack of air.
Yeah, but we've got like 2 minutes,
Oh,
and
wait.
that's like so
Fuck.
long.
I knew that she
You
would be
got-
obsessed with this place as much as I was.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it.
I think we should come back after we. I think we should leave and see if we can come back.
There is the ever
If we
pulling.
can come back, we don't know we'll be able to come back.
I know, I thought about that
Oh,
too.
I also wanted to look around, Mark. I need to look around to see if there's any negative energy
It's everywhere.
keystones.
Yeah. Yeah.
You really want to come back to this place?
I mean, actually, maybe. But
Yeah.
Wait,
we might.
Will you count the leap loops as coming from this space? Because, like, we have
Core.
a core of one of them.
No, you have a core one of them, but that's cold iron. That would take you to the shadow zone.
Alright, fair.
Yeah, so, alright. Do you, there's definitely, like, as you get, like, you know, you look up the stairs, the stairwell leads, like, you think towards that weird, like, illusory, like, fake space, almost.
Mhm.
So you think that if you are going to find something like a keystone to this space, it's going to be down below, not up above in the bastion itself, but down below in the weird space you entered into. So you can go down, like you can either like wait here to until they pass you and go down with them and like keep an eye out as you're heading out, or you guys can like tell me if you want to spend more time looking for it. But I will say that as you guys start, all of you start heading down, Leaf Loop says, "I will remember you forever, my friends. You have left an indelible imprint on my mind and personality. I will never, ever forget you."
Oh my gosh,
this guy so
making me
annoying?
feel
Who
so
is
guilty.
that?
How
Yes,
far
you
away is
will.
Leap Loop from us, Mark?
What, sir?
How far away is Leap Loop from me?
Leaf Loop is up at the top. You hear this awful voice. It sounds almost like it's bouncing down the stairwell, but it's just a psychic thing. But he's like,
Excuse me, I find his voice very endearing.
No, it's so annoying.
I love this character.
Don't let him stop.
He would be, he's like 45. It'd be like 45 to 60 feet to like run up the stairwell to get up there. You don't think like it sounds. I mean, you're getting it psychically, so it's hard to tell. But like he's up there, and that like your companions were probably within like seeing distance, like pretty proximate distance to him, so wouldn't be too far.
If I run into trouble, I can just teleport myself out.
Yeah. We don't know that.
I want to run up there and cast Truth Seeing on him.
Zero runs upstairs.
By yourself.
But everyone's telling me psychically this is a bad idea.
Yeah. Xerox, I think, would probably stick with the rear guard. Also has a beat boop compulsion.
I know.
No, beat boop has a Xerox.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
Xerox
Xerox
compulsion.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
Beat boop.
Ouch.
Xerox will
Ouch.
best for the big Coke can. as
Fuck him.
always.
Yeah.
No, I was saying me.
I
but-
just have to see. I just have to see if he can tell the difference when he has Truth Seeing on or
Oh
not.
my god, I'm leaving.
There.
You run up there.
Yeah.
You cast the spell. The other is down below.
Aquila will stay at the top, at the door.
Yeah.
You
Aquila,
split the
Xerox,
party.
Zera up top, Beep Boop, Dag, Tayron, and Moose down below.
I care about Tayron, okay?
Look around.
Yeah.
You're pretty perceptive.
I can't help him right now.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a perception check with advantage?
You are no better than me.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones I'm proficient in, so it's gonna
And
be
you're a
okay.
halfling, so you get to reroll ones.
Well, it's
Yeah.
an advantage.
But you get to reroll it because it can be a 20.
No.
What the fuck?
It's not.
1, 2, 3?
Doesn't matter. It's still 23, I think. Yeah.
3.
Wow.
You're running down the stairs. You're the first one down there. You like take stock, no sign of any like archivist or other looming monstrous figure. You run. You like see the crack in the door that's still like weirdly suspended in nothing in space. And you like move towards it, scouting. You look around. You look down. You look back towards Beepu, and then you look back and do a double take because there was a darkness dislodged that had dislodged itself from the darkness behind it and is moving rapidly in your direction.
Wait.
No, look what you've done.
From below the ground in space.
She's
It is
coming.
like it looks like it is grasping on with like a multitude of arms that seem to just like extend
Quick
out
now.
in shadow, and they're grasping onto unseen tethers or ropes and pulling themselves at great speed towards you.
Let's go, let's go.
Something real bad's coming. I'm not
Let's
saying
go
something for this
fast.
place.
Fuckers.
We gotta go.
Oh,
I can
and
dimension
lastly,
door us.
you have raised such a commotion that even in this protected holy space in the plane of negative energy, that even here, null stones and other shards of annihilation are like normal hazards in this space in other areas less protected.
You told
And
me
there
about
are
that.
also real
This is
nasty
a
ones that
silent
are
commotion,
specifically very antithetical to living things that will seek you out. I'll have everybody down below give me a dexterity saving throw. You'll take yours with disadvantage because you're carrying Tehran. And you also have a -4 since you just got resurrected.
No, but it's funny. Oh yeah.
Also, are you reading the new legacy spell or the old legacy or the new resurrection spell or the legacy resurrection spell? Because it does. Yeah, it says magical diseases are not cured.
You guys all will hear
Yes,
the
yes,
zero
yes,
saying,
yes,
"Come
yes.
up, I can get us out of here."
The exhaustion, like, because it does say like cures like poisons and like regular, it says it doesn't do like magical stuff. But I'm saying like
Okay.
the exhaustion's more mundane. It's just
Okay.
a side effect of the mental trauma that the thing could have.
Do I get all my spell slots back?
No,
I died and came back to
I
life.
don't care. Lathander ignored it.
You got a lot of
You have no
Yes,
boons.
Lathander ignored me, but I want my spell slots back because I
don't
died.
care. No, you need a full rest. You get your HP, but you don't get like the other effects.
all the stuff.
Fine.
It wasn't specified.
That's
in
just
the
like
wish.
otherwise it's just a hack.
It's a
just
wish.
Like it's like
It
free
wasn't
rest,
specified.
free long rest hack if you have the spell.
It's a 9th level spell.
You guys
Casting
don't
a
have
7th
that
level
long.
spell.
You got so many spells.
Blast all your spells out at the beginning of the day. Fall on your sword.
Resurrecting bro. Give me that spell slot.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
The
There will
wizards
be no
just keep
abuse of
going
these
back and
mechanics.
forth. One wizard uses all their level spells,
Yeah.
dies.
So, yeah.
I rolled terribly. I rolled a 5.
A 20. Do a dexterity
Excellent.
saving
So these spears are real nasty.
Yeah, I
These
don't
shards of annihilation are real nasty.
Great. Remember that one time that I had a shard of the Dark Star Prince and I could have killed everybody?
Wow, you got a really bad?
Yeah,
Then
3
you got
or
a-
5.
what'd you get?
20.
20. Okay, so you pass. You're able to avoid these things. You see like these like another like just swooping, just like it looks like just a jagged chunk of this reality that just is missing. It looks like it's just a nothing that you have. It's hard to even recognize it that's moving towards you, but you evade it at the last moment. This other thing though plows straight into Beefu.
If you die again, beat boom.
I would laugh really hard.
32 points of force damage.
How much?
32.
Okay.
I'm looking great right now.
All right. So now we'll kind of go into soft, time, round 2. What do you guys want to do? I think
How
that
fast are they?
I think part of last round was you casting the true sight on Leaf Loop.
So you cast it.
Leaf Loop like, what horrors, what illusory magic have you set upon me, fiend? Why have you?
Leap loop. This is what's really here. This is the plane of negative energy.
persuasion check.
She's telling
Oh.
the truth.
Yeah,
Well,
you
we-
stand- you stand behind.
Yeah.
You can
Persuasion.
assist.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to roll twice or
Yeah,
I'll...
we'll give Nazira the advantage because
Okay.
Nazira like just cast a spell
Yeah.
on Leap Loop that has shattered his entire worldview and
Yeah.
religious understanding.
I
of
can't
nature.
assist. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
say it's still
Yeah.
her charisma, but we're
oh,
going to give that.
oh.
assist.
She's foreseen this
Oh my
moment.
goodness. Okay. So
Cool follows it up with, and we gotta go now. There's something down there.
22.
22.
Persuasion.
Wow.
Nice. Leap Loop says,
Oh wait, nope. I added perception instead of persuasion.
Oh, no.
That is 17.
17. That's not nearly as good.
Not as good. Oh boy.
Leap Loop says, no, this must be trickery. The archival bastion is a safe place for the storage of knowledge,
Oh my
not
God.
a place of torturous containment.
Lee, come with us. Quickly, you can gather more knowledge before you're plugged in.
I will gather all the knowledge once I am sent out again to the world.
There may not be another trip, my friend. I look at I was like, are you going to teleport us, Nazira, or do we need to do some dimension dooring?
I'll let Leap Loop take
I
one
can-
investigation check with this with advantage. Leap Loop is not the most intelligent creation.
You're telling people.
Get a natural 20.
Something about being in his own personal hell is really Jack's never his intelligence.
Leaf Loop says, no! I will merely reach out and my hand will pass straight through this deceptive illusion you have weaved. And like reaches out and like his hand touches one of the other Leaf Loops like on the wall, and like both he and that Leaf Loop will start like shaking in like this like just absolutely horrendous, just like a moment of just like their bodies are not doing great. Like what's the word? When people shake and control. Yeah, definitely like
Convulse?
yeah, they're definitely like seizing. They're like convulsing with what's happening. Is like Leaf Loop's, oh, such knowledge is contained here. But it's like very uncomfortable.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Leaf Loop has seen the illusion, understands it now, but it basically has a connection, like touched the live electrical fence and is grasped onto it and cannot let go.
That's fine. We'll take this Leap Loop with us too.
I was just gonna say, I think I grab Nazira, or Xerox grabs Nazira, I grab Xerox, and I'm gonna grab Leap Loop with my other hand and try to bring him with us.
How so? Like
Yep.
How are you gonna?
Plane shift.
You're gonna plane shift?
Oh, are you plane shifting?
I'm gonna plane shift.
I thought you would just teleport to the door.
Oh,
But
but there's like orbs of annihilation down there.
I mean, whatever you want to do.
Ow.
Plane shift back to shimmy, that's faster. Fine.
Yeah.
We'll meet you outside.
I'm hearing grasped hands. I'm not hearing a fully cohered plan of action with some stuff because you haven't had other things to do.
Yeah, so like if Nazir doesn't go fast,
What was that?
if Nazir doesn't go very fast, I'm going to probably go with Xerox to mention door to the.
Not hear me?
No, we
Okay,
can't.
Okay, then I'll just teleport us to the doorway.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Cool.
So we'll say that so this will be the next round. So yeah, we're in round 2. Nazir is going to teleport down to the doorway with Xerox and Leaf Loop.
And other Leap Loop if it's willing to come.
The other Leaf Loop, you can see through this illusory magic, is like chained to the wall.
Teleport.
It's teleport though.
It is teleport
Yeah.
though. You make a strong case.
Teleport, bro.
I
Good
didn't
argument.
specifically decide if the magic that's involved in like holding these Leaf Loops would prevent the teleport spell.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I think we'll leave it to an Arcana check, or or like a spell check. Yeah, why don't you, like Sarah, Nazira, why don't you make a spell attack roll against the DC of a lot of like the layer actions, which has been like a lot of the basic stuff has been 18, so it should be pretty ultimately not too difficult for a mage of your stature.
Oh yeah. 29.
Yeah. So yeah, you take. I have to make another
Yes. There are two of them.
Even more outlandish voice.
No.
When all five
It's
of
not the
them-
voice, it's the personality. It's not the voice, it's the personality.
Perfectly.
when the three of them appear behind me with two leaf loops, I'm just like,
Awesome.
Can you guys tilt the camera up a little so I can
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
This is not as a battle
Yeah.
required anymore.
Yeah. Perfect.
Excellent. Yeah, you teleport back down in front of the doorway, and I think in this moment, as you all begin to traverse the doorway back to the exit, who's going first?
I would like to prepare an attack for one of those guards. But I
Tyrion's
don't want to
going
go
first.
Fair enough.
Tyrion's going first.
You're gonna hurl the close to Tayron.
Actually, as you say that, I'm gonna say, let me take
Oh,
Tayron.
Xerox has resurrection. Oh, that's an hour though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna tap you and be like, I can bamf Tayron. So I will, as soon as like we start to go through, I'm gonna grab Tayron at the dimension door.
Alright, that means Quill and Tayron first out.
Yeah. Go through and dimension dooring. Yeah, to the ship.
Okay. You free and clear, you like take a first step outside, you see the guards, they like both like turn and look at you with the same impassive non-expression, and you just like not messing with this.
Yep, to the like right in the middle of Shippy's deck.
Yeah.
Kind of,
you hear the serrating of the ropes as like Shippy's like has like one more like harpoons connected to the door, still holding it open.
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious.
Who's next?
Sarah's going last. Probably.
Go Xerox.
Because she still can pay. She can still plane shift people. Maybe. Probably not, actually.
Xerox will certainly go through. Says, I'll start the ritual for the resurrection.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
I'll pick up and throw Noose out the door.
Throw Noose out the door. Noose like, oh, you know, like a prepared attack, like, oh god! Almost stab Deepu.
Just as soon as I get out.
Yeah, take a big breath.
Fall to the ground. I think we just have Nazir and Deepu left.
Yeah. Is the thing from the below coming still?
You want to go to the edge and look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how far is
Go to
the
the edge
edge?
and look.
What is it?
They're supposed to grab people and bring him out.
It's
Look down
gonna just
the edge.
hole.
And there is something that looks humanoid, but
What are we
as if
unleashing right now?
It's just immense.
It's a great question.
Doors off this place. The thing is gonna come in after us.
You're not here.
The darkness that persists is so difficult to even perceive. It's like countless hands, one after the other, and it's not as if this thing is ever many things at once. It's almost as if, like, its relationship to time is different. So it is each of these things separately, but you see each one activated in a moment and then recedes back into this space, this nothing. It crawls up towards the space, and as Nazira, you grab Beepu.
Nazira is so looking over the edge with me. Don't pretend like she's not. She wants to know.
Yeah, a little bit actually. So I have.
Yeah, you prepare this spell, you feel this energy, and this thing approaches faster and faster. Give me a perception check. That's right.
It fell out of the box. It doesn't count.
with your heads off. Pac-Man style.
Please tell me you rolled better than I did.
I have foreseen this moment.
Yay.
He both rolled for shit, man.
Why didn't you warn us?
I can never perceive anything.
If you could foresee these moments further in the future, that'd be great.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Thank you, Quilla. Thank you so much.
I saw that people
This is a
died.
triple dip for Beep Boop at this point.
Yeah. Gotta get. I think if people take too long getting out, Quilla's gonna go back for him with the dimension door.
It's reasonable.
But I only have one more after. Well, yeah, now I'm on my last 5th level spell, so I'd rather save it for something else.
What? Like what?
Like
Don't
clear
worry,
restoration and
we
taking one of
both have
somebody's
the ability
exhaustions.
to travel quickly.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh
If
wait,
it swallows us, I can plane shift from the nothingness inside of it.
hold on.
Yes. Question.
Can we? This is like a big ask, but Beep Boop does have Revivify and all of our store of Bellstone. In that timing that I woke up and picked up Xeron and started walking towards the door, and these silly heads were trying to save a leap loop, could I have cast Revivify on
No, you
Tehran?
first turn running down, and now this is the second round, and you're spending it looking at the great nothing.
No, but I'm saying like they were upstairs doing that. I could have revivified Tehran instead of trying to drag him.
Soft rounds.
Yeah.
The first soft round was you being revivified, picking up Tehran, and running, doing
Okay.
full book dash
All right.
because you were slow.
Yeah.
The second one is you going to the edge and looking down
All right.
and seeing what's going to kill
All
you.
right.
It's all happening fast.
If you would like to, I think we've gone too far.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Uh,
I forgot I had that spell prepared today. It is. Oh fuck! I forgot I have to delete the Bellstone stores. No wait, not yet.
You need to be able to use it on yourself.
I can't do that. Physician, heal thyself. I rolled a 2 out of the table and a 16 in the table, or in the 2.
Great.
Yeah, so 3 perception.
That's not
And
good.
Nope, it's not.
I have foreseen this moment, and I got a 20.
A 20. Dirty 20?
Not a dirty 20,
Okay.
yeah, not a natural 20.
The 20. Let's see. It's got some intention here. I think this is an opposed roll.
It's intentional.
It wants to talk.
Sister, remember, wants us to know about her.
Sometimes you run to talk another day.
You see this thing. Both of you see it. I think Beep Boop is very entranced to see this in the waking world as well as the dead world. And Nazira, you see this thing and are just so immersed in so many questions about what this thing could be, what intent it might have as it acts and moves in this space, crawling upwards from the annihilation. And you don't.
I think we know it's intent.
You don't notice the tendril, the arm, the intently reaches up and shuts the door, trapping
Plane shift.
and Nazira here. You do not see this. This is a thing that you did not see.
Okay.
As the rest of the party, now on the other side of the wall, the door, as you expect, inaccessible via Rory's, they, if any of them look back, see the door shutting.
As soon as the thing cuts off, then I would know.
That was
As soon as
already
Rory
no.
said
That's not a result of the door shutting. That's a result of your party members already having left this space.
Already leaving the
Yeah.
plane. That makes sense, yeah.
So this, like, you guys, both of you are so entranced by this strange phenomenon, this creature, this thing, that you do not notice the door shut. But it do shut.
I fucking love this game so much.
Oh my god.
It crawls upwards, grasping on to invisible strands, the strands of like yarn from an unraveling tapestry of reality that Beep Boop saw in his deathly state.
We gotta
Something
go.
comes.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Where do you want to go?
Out the-
Turn around to go to the door.
yeah.
You look to find the door entirely shut, and as you see it seal, it disappears from space.
I hug on to Beep Boop and cast Plane Shift.
The magic
Bellstone in one hand.
of it is sapped away, and
What?
you feel no transportation, no trajectory through the ethereal plane, nothing.
A Plane Shift is not through the ethereal.
Yes, I know. Like they're like the teleportation often does. Like you feel like you have been severed. Like what I'm communicating is like you are being intentionally cut off from being able to use this magic by whatever force or intent is here.
Oh man. This is gonna be so much fun.
Start running upstairs with Beep Boop.
Yeah.
No!
What?
I cast.
I can't say anything, I'm dead.
Yeah. I'll cast fly on both of us so we can go up faster.
I will say that Zira, you can make an Arcana check as this powerful spell, fails.
Gonna use a luck. Okay. 20.
20. There's a part of this, like you were like casting this magic, and you got to a like critical moment in the like arcane, like the voicing of the arcane power, and like you've done like the way you do magic is by like an intellectual mastery of all of the like arcane mathematics involved. You feel like as this fails, you just like are completely convinced that you forgot something in that process. Like something was taken from your mind, like something was taken away that prevented the completion of the spell.
I do have Mind Blank currently active.
That is an interesting thought.
Good spell choice.
I always cast it every night.
Yeah,
24 hours.
That's the really strong one, right?
Yeah.
Intellect
Yep.
Fortress
Mind
Mind Blank
Blank.
is the stronger
is
one.
the stronger one.
It's an 8th level spell, baby.
Damn.
Nothing can affect my mind.
Nothing can affect yours. I mean, this is like I was putting flavor on what's effectively like something that's not quite the same, just to put it into the context of what you're seeing here, or what the enemy is.
But it even foils wish
Wish
spells and
similar power used to affect target's mind or gain information about the target. Yeah, so it's not. Yeah, I mean, this is a deity level enemy that is trying effectively to counterspell you. Is more likely more mechanically what they're doing, as they like do a 9th level counterspell.
can I counterspell its 9th level counterspell?
I counterspell your
Try
counterspell.
to force the magic through.
I think that's fair. I would allow that. Yeah, you're an incredibly powerful wizard. You feel like just this annihilation that's just trying to siphon away the energy from your spell, and you feel like you might be able to just like jam that for a moment with an even more impressive just like adding more magical energy to cut off that like siphoning away. for sure, I'll let you try that.
I'll also see if I can get Beep Boop to help me with this.
Sure.
That a thing
How?
that can be
He's
done.
magical too. What?
I have no way of counterspelling anything.
Okay.
I got 1/4 level spell slot. I'll give it to you, but I don't think that's how that
Is
works.
there a mechanic that allows you to
Yep.
give your spell slots
Yep.
to someone else?
There is now.
Cool,
Well,
cool,
I am
cool.
going to.
When you died
this
3
is a roll
times.
up, right?
Yeah, I think because unless you have 9th level spell slots, I don't think you do. This would be just a normal rule. So it would be it's casting a 9th level. So
Gods take
roll
pity
your
on you.
D20 plus your proficiency modifier
No.
plus your spellcasting modifier, and that needs
No,
to
they
be
don't.
higher than
It's a
19.
big ass video.
So I have foreseen this moment, and
Oh,
I have rolled a natural 20.
My
woo!
I'm so proud of you.
stop my attack concentration.
I'm just so proud of you for not using that natural 20 a second ago.
Yeah. Way to go. Zero's
I
got
think
skills.
with that, as this thing like draws so close to you, like it is just like being like so close, you see like the first like inky tendrils like pulling itself up into level with you, and you see a large humanoid face in a similar, in kind of a similar way to like the Darkstar Prince is like covered in that oily, like it just like is impossible to see just because they're just shadowed and covered in like shadow. This thing is like definitely like just an inky null space of this like immense like feminine featured humanoid, and they like as they're crawling up and they're reaching out as you just like teleport away, the last thing you hear is them shrieking at you, "Where is my brother?"
Oh, we know that one.
And you leave.
Where's my brother? We know that one? I don't know that one.
Don't we?
Is your brother the crawling darkness?
The sapping of your magic is countered. You teleport away with those words echoing in your mind, and you flash onto the deck of Shippy, I presume, as your intended target. You flash onto the deck. You see the crew gathered around the corpse of Tehran. You see Xerox like already beginning the ritual. They brought up Bellstone from below decks and they've like assembled it, and they've already begun trying to resurrect Tehran at this moment. And you guys are reunited with Beep Boop and Xerox.
I cast Revivify on Tehran because it takes an action instead of an hour.
Yeah.
And it costs
Xerox
way
falls
less.
onto the deck, staring up at the sky.
You said Xerox didn't teleport onto the ship. So can we run up the ropes first?
Yeah, it's like the guards, like the two like guards outside, are like as the door seals, they disappear.
Can I go open the door again?
Seals and begins to just like dissolve itself into the rock face.
Oh, I'm so
and
mad.
the door to the archival bastion in the next few moments disappears.
There's no way back, guys.
Oh no.
We could have reunited their family.
Realize, or we just look back and we don't see them?
Pardon? Oh, the guards. The guards, yeah. Like when you guys like got out, like I mean, you're dead, of course. You got hurled now. Seeing
Sure,
nothing.
okay, yeah.
But the rest of the seeing members of the party, yeah, the guards, like as soon as the door shut, the guards were there, and as soon as the door shut, they disappeared, just gone, and the door began to just like meld into the rock face of this like big hillside.
Oh, and we got the most annoying leap loops out of this.
You get. Oh, I can't.
No, you're alive again.
Wait, am I?
Yeah, I just revived you.
Remember,
was
Joel,
that thing?
that resurrection stuff don't always work, but Revivify is a pretty safe bet. But again, he died not in the material realm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
as you experience, it's a short fall to annihilation when you die in the negative energy plane. And Tehran, there's still a question as to whether or not Tehran will return.
He's back.
Ooh.
Nah.
I don't know. My head was torched. I don't know how it goes.
Yeah, does Revivify need
Nope.
the full body?
Ooh.
I don't think Revivify brings back body parts.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need like a full like resurrection.
God damn it. I would know that. Never mind.
Yeah.
We tried.
Yeah. Because, yeah, we did something.
Yeah. So Resurrection, the Sentinel version, does restore missing body parts, and that would be an essential aspect of any return of Tehran.
Yeah.
So.
It is of my serious medical opinion that something is missing here.
So I'm just a brain dead husk at the moment.
You can become one of the lobotomites. It's okay.
You are dead and headless until you are resurrected, and then your head will be returned to you if it's successful. The Revivify just does not function in these conditions. It doesn't accidentally make Beep Boop a necromancer.
What if his soul couldn't get out of there?
Mine did.
Another thing to add to my wish list.
All
So,
parts
it does
of the
take an
former
hour to complete that spell for Xerox. Xerox will be occupied doing the ritual, ritual resurrection of Tehran, and if it's successful, Tehran will be returned to you.
We'll quickly start just sort of patrolling the edge of the deck, looking for anything weird, like anything unusual coming at them. I think I'll tell Shippy we set flight.
Where?
Not here.
Oh, yeah, for a little bit.
I think we get off the ground at least.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, like, let's just go straight up for now and see where we.
Do I remember everything that happened in there?
You guys do all remember the things that happened there because you successfully destroyed the phylacteries. The knowledge that the archivist stole from you is not kept by them.
Oh, that was my big question.
Ooh.
You guys do recall the pieces, like it becomes like a kind of like a hazy, like sort of like remembered by the repeated like tellings of the story, and less like a deep, like colorful memory of your own.
Uh-huh.
But those things that were stolen from you, the dwarven warning against the unraveling, against the knowledge, the knowledge eaters, returns to you. Beep Boop, the blessed memory of all of your experience with Leap Loop returns to you.
Yeah, chef's
Noose,
beautiful.
your memory of your hatred of the Whispered Litany once again blossoms into a growing hatred of the Shemadai and all their manifestations.
Noose missed that almost as much as Jerry.
And Xerox remembers their amazingly epic fight with a dragon in Pandemonium.
This is good news.
What do you think that was, Beep Boop?
Was my sister remember in the unraveling, or I don't remember if she had a brother.
First thing I thought. I don't know anything about it. Did she have a brother?
I know the Dark Star Prince has a brother, but
maybe that's why she's called sister.
maybe.
Brother for her.
That was hilarious. We could find out. Doesn't he have a brother? Doesn't he part of the two? They were two of them, and then they died.
Hashem
Yeah.
right?
So not them.
No. Yeah. There are like levels.
Yeah, there's levels to this.
Metaphorical siblings versus like more like real siblings. Like so many things that you keep track of.
I mean, this could be on the form.
Yeah. Aren't we all one big human family?
We can see what this Leap Loop remembers.
That's true. I think we could have been lost forever in there.
We have a lot on our side. Plot armor, I think is what they call it.
We are all heroes of the age.
Oh my God.
friends.
Ugh.
We have delved into the blackest black, and we have come back unscathed. Well, our friends here are still dead.
Use and Jerry are going to bed.
Thanks to your heroics,
Oh my
the
God.
truth was revealed to me. The archival bastion. Not the heaven or haven for my kind I was led to believe.
Whoa, we saved one of them at least. Two, maybe.
Two of
Well,
them.
Two maybe and a core.
I got a core.
Wait.
Are you counting this leap loop as another leap loop? Because we have two. Yeah.
He was with you?
Yeah. 10 squared made it, and he's got a core. You brought another core. You got another leap loop with leap loop.
Yes.
And so we have two new ones, and you.
This one may take some effort or time. Perhaps the intervention of my friend, Beep Boop, to bring them back to life.
Friend. Or we could just plug them into Shippy and see if we can start reading their memory.
Beep Boop.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, that makes me want to barf.
Carry to my kind.
They deserve a chance to live too.
Some of them.
That gets into some really messed up ethics.
Sounds pretty on point for.
Well, we only have the core of one, so can we see if we can like use our
Yeah, you have the
shop?
core of one plus two, like leaf loop that you know,
Yeah.
and another leaf loop that is unconscious at this point.
Can we use the core of one to see if we can start taking out memories, extracting memories from it?
You wish to subject me and my fellow leap loops to the same deprivation as found in the archival bastion.
No. But I don't currently have a body for
Extract
the.
through pain and misery the memories and the treasure of the knowledge we have accumulated.
Yeah,
No.
Or am I
To
mistaken?
keep you from that.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
Terrible
No.
fate.
I'm just trying to find out if there's things we can do to help more of them and get back to the negative energy space.
I think it's all gone.
He might have a memory of what that was in there, and I need to find it as fast as possible.
My friend here may have, even as their memory was being drained into that place, may have observed things, learned.
Yeah.
It is, after all, what a leap loop does.
Isn't it though? Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get him plugged in and see what he knows. Can we plug him into the power spot that we have that's battering up Leap Loop?
That would be an excellent start.
Let's do that.
Identify any problems my
I'm walking.
brother
Let's
might
walk
be
and talk.
experiencing with their body. Let us go below decks.
Can I put two memory cores inside of you, Leap Loop? Would you like to have a brother that lives with you all of the time?
He needs a full retro upgrade. I'm dead. I can't say it.
So Beep Boop takes Leap Loop and Leap Loop 2 down below decks to hook them up to the charging port and try and begin repairing / accessing their memories.
I think Nazira's really interested in this, seeing what she saw down there, so she's gonna go along with them.
It definitely take a little time. Like this Leap Loop 2 definitely you have no idea how long they've been subjected to whatever, ordeal it was, being bound to the archival bastion and being, it seems slowly drained for some purpose of knowledge or memory or something, seeming to be like a living, like each of the leap loops a living archive that can be like drained when needed. There's a weird thing that you guys have begun to like glean from what you've seen, what you saw through the illusion of that space, and its preoccupation with the accumulation of knowledge. It'll take some time, you think, like first to just like bring this, do something akin to a revivify or something, or resurrection of this leap loop model, and bring it back into a working order. As it's been in a weird, leap loops aren't living creatures. They count, technically as objects for mechanical terms in D&D world.
And in Beep Boop's head.
And in Beep Boop's head for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing will definitely take a little while to recover, with some direct intervention most likely. You guys can go down below decks and begin that process, while Xerox and anybody else that wants to assist is working on the Tehran ritual.
I will tell her about that there's a group of dwarves that are trying to rebuild the crystalline structure, and they live in the mountains of mountaininess, and that's why those mountains were created in the first place.
Which mountains were these?
The Cragspire Mountains.
Oh, okay.
I think I
And this
learned
is the
something else in there, but I
crystal
forgot.
dome?
Yeah. Because it's just a dome and not a sphere, because we live on a flat Earth.
I mean, that's weird. Yeah. The whole multiverse is
That's why they call them planes.
Bingo.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you did learn, like some knowledge was taken from you all, but returned after the destruction of the archivists. But Beep Boop also did basically like reach out and like connect with some of the leap loops that were like on the walls, and like made in at least one, I think there were two occasions, made some pretty significant saves, and was able to like pick out meaningful information from the just like mind-numbing like waterfall of experience and accumulated knowledge, and learned that indeed that the Cragspire Mountains were erupted forth from the earth, and that there were the Dowie, the dwarfkin that lived there, had a purpose. The mountains and the dwarves had a purpose, and that was to be able to restore the crystalline sphere around your realm.
Okay. We should check up on them.
Yep. We just gotta find them.
I wonder if I'll cross.
Take a moment, you got it.
Cross-reference with the library.
Yeah.
See if there's anything about the Cragspires or any new mountain ranges or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, you can give me an investigation check.
Can I help her?
Okay.
Yeah, you can take the help action from Beep Boop.
Ooh, that's okay. That would be 29, 30.
30.
Nice.
Yeah, you find that, like, by the time Mount Ainaru was, like, designed, the Cragspire Mountains were already extant. They were known as, at that time, like, you don't find the term Cragspire Mountains you find like just like often referred to as just like the New Mountains, or the Dwarven Hills often is like a euphemism, like a way of referring to them.
Say that again. You kind of cut out
Oh, yeah, no
sometimes,
worries.
so say that first part again.
The Cragspire Mountains, like you don't find many references to the Cragspire Mountains. What you do find are like in placing what you've learnned in like in this historical context, a reference to the New Mountains or the Dwarven Hills, as they're sometimes referred. And you map that onto the Cragspire Mountains.
And that's what Leap Loop originally called them too, right?
Yeah, you guys learned that Leap Loop was basically his first memory was walking down, the Cragspire Mountains, which had only, based on what he learned from his earliest days and talking to people and learning their stories and stuff, the Cragspire Mountains were very new at that point. He walked down those mountains to the east and into the, what you know as the Bone Wastes, and went into a weird time warp, basically a place where time was moving more slowly. So what happened around him was going much more fast, and he just kind of was out of time for a while, and then got ran over by a mountain. Beepoop was reaching out for more information, like more historical information, like beyond that period. And like he learned that this other Leap Loop, not the one I think you took, but a different Leap Loop, had basically been around when the mountains themselves just burst forth from the earth. And the Dowie, these like, weird, like, they're using a different word, but they're some kind of dwarfkin. That you guys have learned live beneath. That you guys have heard of them from your dwarf and getting shippy game. That the Dowie live beneath the Cragspire Mountains, or Cragstone Hearth rather, and are like elemental or something dwarves. But this Leap Loop said, like, yeah, the Cragspire Mountains came up from the earth full of Dowie. They had this whole system. They had this whole apparatus that's the purpose was to repair or restore the crystalline sphere around the realm. And this is ancient forgotten knowledge that this Leap Loop learned just from just walking around and learning tales, as Leap Loops do. Yeah, Bulger.
Yeah, Bulger was
the former Dowie that got sent out to be a regular dwarf.
Yeah.
Because they've basically forgotten their purpose. From Bulger knowledge, we know that the Dowie have largely forgotten this purpose and don't know what they are there for, but know that they have something to do and have lots of ideas about religious and prophetical ideas about what that might entail, but don't really know.
If only Bulger wasn't trapped in Barovia.
Yeah.
We can find our way there and release him. On second thought, let's not go to Barovia. Let's do this.
You guys are probably as high level as Strahd now. You could probably take him pretty easily. You guys just beat several challenge rating 22 enemies at once, so surely you can take on the Strahd.
All right, we can find a Strahd.
I'm sure of it.
Crossover episode.
Maybe.
He's got so many tricks.
Strahd,
I've not looked up. I've not read any of the Barovia stuff. I've been tempted to, but I just haven't. Partially because I just hope we return to that campaign someday.
Yeah.
But and I don't want too many spoilies. But it does sound like Strahd has so many tricks up his sleeve in that setting.
He does. I think since it was my first real time DMing, it's such a big hunk to try to bite off at once.
Yeah. And it's
very overwhelming.
It's old. Yeah, that one seems like a lot.
Hefty one.
And it's so dark too. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So dark.
But I'd be open to returning to it.
Yeah, that was such a fun time. I loved foreign.
Yeah. Suddenly, all of your minds fracture into 1,000 pieces, and you are suddenly so many different characters until they come back into a single one. But yeah, you guys share some of this information, start working on the recovery of this Leap 2, and continue the resurrection of Tehran. Any other timely business people want to address before this hour ritual is up?
We should start flying away in a direction.
I think we already did start flying up.
Up?
Going back to space.
Yeah, I think you guys went to get a little air.
Yeah.
You know, up is a good direction because that thing was coming from below.
Crawling darkness 32 bursts forth from the earth.
Yeah.
Not that a thing that has to be contained by a moon is going to be deterred by, a couple hundred yards of distance. But
We think a couple hundred yards of distance.
yeah.
We don't know where we were.
Should be goes up into the air and says, "Hi, co-captains. I'm not sure how much elevation you're hoping to get, but we're definitely in sight of almost anything that wants to look at us within a large radius throughout this bone waste."
Can you get... Oh, fuck, I don't want to go back
Do we
to
have
space.
invisibility yet?
We sure do. It is limited. It takes a little bit of time to activate and should last for, I think, what did I write down? I was just looking at some of those notes earlier.
5 hours.
I think it's multiple hours. It'll take a little bit more. It'll take just a casting, because now you get this. I think it just takes a casting of the spell still. But now Shippy can send that spell throughout the entire floor. So I think it still requires some cast of invisibility if you want to do that.
Oh, I think I have that. I think I can cast invisibility. Not see your stats. I just been all this looking at.
Be right back. I can still hear you guys though.
Yes, he's worried about Jerry, and he has levels of exhaustion, so I think he's just gonna turn it. Just rest it out.
I actually don't have the spell invisibility.
Alright. So
I also don't. Can you just keep flying up?
Where less noticeable.
we can sure go as far as away
Is
as
it
you
a
need
clear
to.
day?
We
Are
can
there
even get out
clouds?
into space.
You
Again.
start heading to space.
Are there clouds?
There are clouds.
Let's at least get into the cloud cover. That'd give us some cover, right?
I mean, that would give us some cover. Yes, we could go there.
We can fly with the clouds as we move across the ground.
But to which direction?
Wherever they're sailing. I can't control which way the clouds go.
Why not?
Nazir probably can.
I'm disappointed that I don't have an answer for you, Captain.
Thought we were working on finding all of your powers.
We're trying to recover my memories. Primarily. My powers, well, that's a whole nother issue. And as
Wait,
I
is
mentioned
it?
before, takes, in most cases, a lot of various keystones and time for me to upgrade and recover the capacities I used to have. Or new ones that we can only imagine.
Ooh, new ones?
That could be cool.
I'm plugging in Leap Loops.
Yeah,
I've lost
yeah.
his code.
Variously just accessing points. So we'll go. Why don't we take a quick 5 to 10, and we'll go to the resurrection of Tehran after that.
That sounds good.
You're muted, I think, or something. Sorry.
I wish we could have gotten a keystone from the plane of negativity.
I mean, we can go back in time.
So appropriate for the
You
plane
didn't-
of negativity.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm still terrified of that thing, but
We don't have to be scared of things. Maybe it just wanted to talk.
Have this negative energy object hanging off your keychain at all times.
Still a necklace.
little tiny orb of annihilation.
Yeah, it may annihilate your thigh at any moment.
You're familiar with that place. Can we teleport there?
Don't fall down and land on your
I
keys.
mean, probably, if it exists still.
Are you sure? Why not? I want to teleport there.
I want to be alive. Did that resurrection spell work?
He went to the bathroom. He said when he gets back, we'll survive you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5-minute break. Okay.
Oh,
we'll come back and revive you.
Jesus.
beep boop.
Yeah?
I don't think my soul would have made it to my clone had we died in there.
I don't think it would have either, actually. That shit was scary. If ever in another dimension, don't die is what I'm learning.
If ever in another direction, maybe don't go back and look over the cliff.
What was that, Carly? Cut out again.
Maybe don't go back and look
Yeah.
over the cliff
I mean,
when the mission is to get out.
maybe not touch books
Says the
that
person
exhaust
who's
you. I
staying
don't
in the
know.
library for
But I mean, there was a sort of terrible majesty.
I
to
know,
it,
wasn't it? It was badass. I want to know what's down there. I'm so mad we can't go back.
I know.
It's the whole
Did you see
reason.
that vortex of like green and purple before that thing started crawling up?
I saw it up close. Yeah. Yes. I saw it in death and it was amazing. And it was even prettier in life. And also, one day we'll go back.
We'll go back, all right.
Plane of negative energy.
Yeah. We're gonna go back.
Yeah.
Zero. All you need.
We're planning our what?
Like all you like, I think that Zero would probably quickly glean from what what you rolled earlier. You would need a sphere of annihilation or its less stable cousin, a null stone, to go to the plane of negative energy. Neither of which are very so easy to get a sphere of annihilation. They're just everywhere.
Spell, right? There's a spell.
There is a spell to summon one, but it's basically that's manifesting that. I think you would need to make recover an artifact. That is this, from what I've read about when I was preparing this stuff, spheres of annihilation are when basically artificed null stones. So it's kind of the same way you guys have found artifacts that are made of cold iron that are serving a specific purpose by the way they've been artificed. So spheres of annihilation would be kind of that cold iron chain you found, and a null stone would be the more raw element component. Yeah. So neither of those things are very accessible, but not impossible to discover. Yeah.
You're definitely.
Alright, so let me add this to my list.
I can ask Lathander to give us a stone of annihilation.
That's right up his alley.
And give away my mind blank spell.
It'll be perfect. I think with any divine boon, there's come on, it's gotta be in my yeah.
In his portfolio somewhere, or at least adjacent to it.
Orb of
The
Annihilation.
polar opposite.
Sure, I love Orbs of Annihilation.
Arby's of annihilation. We can find it. Someone will find it. People will find it.
Okay, I know I have this list somewhere, but I don't see it. Wait, poop. This is fine. Ah, there it is. Okay.
It's Saturday. It's Sunday. It's not a day for working.
Sabbath.
It is the wait, is it?
You are breaking the Sabbath. My parents would be ashamed of you, Shell.
Yeah.
I mean,
You gotta play D&D for like 6 days, right?
I probably am like so religious about not working on the weekends, but this thing is so tedious and annoying
Time-consuming.
and time consuming that like I just can't do it during my work days when I'm like getting interrupted by people constantly or like having to go to a meeting and I only have an hour in between things or something. So I've just been doing it on the weekend and then taking whatever time I do it, just like leaving early one day.
That's fair.
Well, you can just explain all that to the devil when you meet him in person.
Hilarious.
At the very least, it'll get you assigned to the correct circle of hell.
Yeah.
Accuracy of hell's
Bureaucratic
bureaucracy.
tedium circle.
I think we're already in that one.
Yeah. Seems like that includes that.
Keep very good with
Batman.
sunrise bins.
Batman! The internet used to be so fun. Full of dumb things. Yeah. And now it's full of dumb things, but it's sad.
Because they're all true dumb things.
Mark, did you know that
I
the
mean, they're not all
internet
true.
is not a big truck?
The internet is not a big truck. The internet is tubes. A series of tubes.
I can't handle it anymore.
We say the internet's too woke.
Yeah, it's just too woke. Can't handle it.
Yeah.
Libtards have taken control of the internet.
Yeah. If I can't use the N-word as my username,
Oh my God.
Where's my freedom gone?
That's what I'm trying to
Where's
say.
my freedom gone?
Let's make slurs great again.
Y'all can use their phones at any time.
Leave your favorite slurs in the comments below.
We're here
Basement.
to tell us about his most recent Fox News comment section. I don't know why anyone would engage.
Dead
with
internet theory is real.
that. Yeah, seriously. It's just, yeah.
What, comment section?
Wasteland
It's
full
all
of bots
bots.
and nothing. Like, incoherent. Yeah, it's.
There's a few people here and there, but mostly just bots.
It's
That's
like
what I've come to the conclusion of.
special interest forums and like post responses, like you'll get away with it, but like a lot of times you just see these bots where it's just like, no, they clearly ran the red light. I'm like, I gotta get off of the internet. I don't want to look at this.
How, like, it makes you wonder, like, how many, like, oil or coal burning plants worth of energy just on the processing required electrical costs to maintain bots talking to themselves in politically destructive chat rooms online.
Oh, so much
Who would
fun.
have known that in our the great early days of the internet that it would just become the computers discussing amongst themselves.
I gotta go
Shouting at
home
each
now.
other.
I'm sad.
White nationalists online, like, yeah, it's literally, it's
Nice.
truly actually happening, and it's a horrible space we live in.
Speaking of AI meme bots, 3 Mile Island just got bought by Microsoft to power its AI data centers.
Yeah.
What's
Microsoft has doubled its energy consumption over the last 3 years. So
Recommend
it's
the
going to
plant
change
that
for
haven't helped
climate
out.
change, so long as we have
AI is
AI-driven,
so energy intensive.
economic
Yeah,
bubbles.
it's super energy intensive.
that can only mean good things for us, though. Come on.
Surely.
Those AI
Yeah.
farms.
Oh,
Ugh.
for sure. Just starting up a 40-year-old nuclear power plant.
That did melt down.
It did melt down. It's basically the same thing that happened in Chernobyl, but they were just better at hiding the near catastrophe that occurred.
We won't need a ozone layer if we can turn ourselves over to the AI bots, man. Come on. It'll be fine.
It's okay, just tell Elon to hurry things up and we'll go live on Mars.
It'll be so cool there. Miserable.
Not at all miserable, it'll be perfect. Definitely
It'll be really cool.
No.
within our
We need to build
lifetime.
the floating cities on Venus instead.
Yeah,
That's true.
atmospheric, floating colonies
Venus.
in the dense atmosphere.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
excellent.
He will
Cool.
require us all to put a chip in our brains.
Yeah, well, it's the same chips that have caused monkeys to murder themselves and each other and go insane.
I mean, basically just turn us into AI bots.
Sign me up for a monkey murder chip.
Finally, an excuse to do monkey murder.
Finally get away with my true
What
passion.
was that in Cyberpunk? It was a cyber psychosis. Like they lose their minds. It was like, yes, forget it. Yeah, I don't care. Whatever. Use my brain for bot hacks. I don't care.
Yeah. Speaking of cyberpunk, in the last rabbit trail I'll go down in this portion before we get back into the game. The United Healthcare shooting, like, has been described as like one of the most cyberpunk events in history because it was like a targeted, economically based assassination of a CEO of a healthcare company that has used AI to categorically deny sick people's claims, who got away on an electronically powered bike into the park in the middle of New York City. Like, that's so fucking cyberpunk.
He got away. And he got away on non-cyberpunk means. He had to go off grid.
Yeah.
Go to Port Authority.
Had to go into the Central Park wilderness to like get away from the cameras. Yeah. We live in a new world, and it's a silly and grotesque and monstrous one, but at least we get cool cyberpunk stories out of it.
Right?
Hey, 100 years ago, they would have started a World War I over something like that, but
I know,
not
right?
anymore. Now it's just page 1 for half a week.
Yeah.
Now it's $50 million in a manhunt and
Didn't they find a backpack full of
a week-long
Monopoly money or
media.
something? Yeah.
But like words on the shell casings, like what was it, like deny, defend,
and
depose on the shell casings or the bullets. I can't remember which. And like Monopoly money in the backpack that they recovered. Like this, yeah, it's
I mean,
it's a weird time.
It's it's funnier
Dude,
in fiction.
2025 can't come soon enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
2024.
ride. It's gonna be a ride. Goodness gracious. We're in for a storied time, unfortunately.
This is definitely a rabbit hole because I've unfortunately been consuming this story
Me too.
a bit more than I like to admit. But anyway.
But anyway, back to a dead Tehran and a narrow escape from the annihilation of all reality and a certain godlike entity that dwells there in that shadowed Event Horizon realm.
Tried to res Kayron, but he wasn't in the right network.
Yeah. With much of the party down below decks plugging in this new Leaf Loop Model 2 into the station and trying to assess what repairs might be needed and what knowledge might be gleaned from this former itinerant monk that spent an unknown lifetime, many a human lifetime, if they, didn't get run over by a mountain before their time. Just accumulating knowledge of a world long since lost to history. Certainly a treasure trove, if for no other people, storytellers and archaeologists, if such professions exist in this world, but or interested elves in their long lives trying to uncover lost stories of yesteryear, and weird little humans spending their short little lives uncovering similar secrets. Strange peoples. But all this is going on while above on the top deck of Shippy, as Shippy careens into the sky to at least get into the cloud layer and begins to just kind of lurk just generally lurking in a cloud, trying to remain hidden.
Just being creepy.
As you guys are flying above still the boatways. One of the most dangerous realms known to the Free Cities. And you've seen horrors flying above these grounds. You've seen necrotic storms. You've even ridden great clouds of necrotic energy as they cascaded into your enemies at the behest of the Darkstar Prince and Xerox. Strange things have occurred.
We've done so many fun things.
But Xerox is going about the ritual, trying to prepare prepare Tehran's body to restore itself through an immense infusion of life-giving magic, as well as prepare it to receive a soul that has departed it. The minutes certainly for a revivify have passed, and that means that the soul has certainly departed the body, and it remains and is no longer likely lingering in those, afterglow of death moments, and is very likely begun to transit to another realm. At least that's what the normal wisdom would be for a body dying in the material realm or even in one of the nearby planes. But Tehran died in a realm, as Nazira has expressed, I think through at least Rory's has given a little bit of an update of what Nazira has learned, that you guys were at a focal point, the most profound place in the entire plane of negative energy. The place where annihilation and the undoing of things manifests itself upon your reality, your multiverse, the things that things like you are capable of perceiving. Like all of those realms, this is where that space manifests itself. That's where its influence is most focused and realized. And with Beep Boop, I'm curious, Beep Boop, if you have shared what you saw and experienced beyond life when you were briefly dead.
Yeah. Oh, definitely let Nazira know.
I hope that his soul clung close enough to his body to be transported with it out of the plane of negative energy.
What, the sleep loop here? He says,
Tehran.
Oh,
sorry, Tehran.
Oh, yeah.
No respect on his name. He's still dead and Beep Boop's already.
He'll be fine. I came back. It was creepy.
But you weren't dead nearly as long as he was. And you were Your body was with you in that plane when we resurrected you.
Oh, thanks for that, by the way.
I panicked.
You panicked well. It worked for me. It was scary down there. The world was unraveling, and that thing came after me.
I hope that's not what Tehran is facing.
Why was it in the death plane and the real plane? What the fuck was I when I died? Where was I? Was I in the same space?
You were, like, you recognized that you were in the same space, but you were perceiving it a little bit more fully.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that thing was creepy.
But hopefully, with the door open, Tehran's spirit was able to go its normal course.
We'll find out in however long it takes Xerox to spin around in circles.
Yeah. I'm gonna go help Xerox really quickly. I think maybe there's something I can do.
Okay.
Claw is on deck
Hopefully.
with Xerox, but mostly walking the perimeter, just sort of keeping an eye out, seeing if anything shows up, even though in the clouds, like, just on the lookout.
Yeah. You walk around the deck, keeping an eye out. I think you feel like there's like you were in such a strange and just dark place, and I think like it's difficult to shake the feeling that like some of that darkness like clung to you and your party, and especially Tehran, dead and possibly separated from their soul. And you're in this like cloud, this storm cloud that's kind of like brought the vision in to a pretty limited space, and you can almost imagine you're just on the sea itself and not just in a cloud. The amount of perception loss is so similar. And you feel Maylin walking the deck with you.
Yeah.
And just like the darkness kind of closes in again, but this time more familiar, more natural, certainly. And it's like a darkness from a recognizable perspective versus an alien one.
It's almost comforting.
Where it's like, yeah, like this is dark and scary, but like we're, like the darkness is recognized and understood to be the mystery, and like we're gonna go out there and do what we need to do and whatever. But like the other darkness that was just such a nothing.
The difference between curled up under a blanket in the dark versus being out in nothingness.
Yeah, just exposed, no place to hide, no mystery to unravel, just a nothingness. And Mayloon walks with you almost imperceptibly, unless you reach out for any specific thing, but just to once again be what Mayloon is and fundamentally has been is that God, that force, that connection that goes into the darkness with you, that explores that mystery, be it dangerous or rewarding with you.
I think I just seek like I'm just like turning over the events in my head and sort of like mentally sharing that with Moon and sort of seeking comfort, but not anything more specific at this moment. Like just trying to sort of regulate and like feel okay and like feeling a little shaken up. And I'm worried about what that thing was that they described, but I'm wondering if it was like similar to the falling darkness or what, and what its brother was.
Yeah. Mayloon doesn't intervene, does not like manifest so physically in this moment, but just is a presence that you can like recognize as just like shadow kind of walking with you. And you think that there is this sense, like as you are now like up in the sky, you can see the sun, like as you were approaching, like going up into it, and like now like up in the clouds, you can see like at least in this moment a direction of light, and as you like look in that direction, you can see almost supernaturally the sun and a tiny dark speck within it.
No.
But there is in this moment, like, Mayloon is showing you this. Like, no, like, to remind you to know, like, you contain this.
Right.
This was a piece of your world that you have successfully bound and imprisoned in a much more meaningful way than it was before. It is still a potential threat, but it is trapped. And it is bound very specifically, even as it is this potentially, world-ending, potentially like godlike, power. It is bound in a specific place in the material world. This thing that your party witnessed out in this space, this negative plane, is certainly something else. And Mayloon does not regard it in the same way. Like Mayloon, there is a sense of like, yeah, you have to fear the dangers of the world. But this is not a malevolent entity in the same way that the crawling darkness is. Like in the same way that like Mayloon would accompany someone into the dark and the mystery and would recognize that there are hazards in that space that are natural, that are just a part, a rushing river is difficult to cross. It's easy to fall from a height in the dark if you cannot see your way. Whatever this is more akin to a natural hazard than a malevolent consuming entity. And there is, and I think Mayloon communicates that in some way that I think Quiver finds comforting. Or like, you can tell that Mayloon is like saying like just like setting to bed that worry. The darkness
like it's not
is
something different from that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You do your watch, you look around the ship,
so keep an eye out while Xerox does her thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your vision, like I said, in this cloud, pretty limited, but that also means that, unless anything saw you fly into this, cloud.
Right.
It's a lot of the bone ways. Some of the clouds are natural, some of them are hazardous. You guys are kind of navigating your way, avoiding the poison clouds and toxic, things that have been described many times ago. But
roughly in this area.
Yeah. Keeping certainly yourselves from being a clearly observed flying ship of
The
note.
Draco bitch flying around.
Yeah, exactly.
We managed to avoid that.
Probably, So we'll say that you guys are safe in a cloud bank somewhere near the mountains in the southeastern portion of the Bone Wastes. So I think we'll get to the resurrection spell.
So about 10 minutes before Xerox is done with the resurrection spell, I'm going to start casting my own ritual of contact other plane. And my goal in this is not actually to ask questions, but to either seek assistance or seek out Tehran's soul or something like that, as an aid to Xerox's casting.
Wow, that's really cool. So that's a really cool spell to wield in this moment. Being a high-level wizard must be fun.
It's the best.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I think there's always a save to have a successful resurrection after the first. I
Right.
think this is the first big help gang resurrection of Tehran. So I think that this one is still on that the free spot. But so there's just a homebrew rule, Dakota, that effectively after the resurrections become increasingly difficult as the soul becomes basically more and more ready to just be like, I'm gonna say no this time. I'm staying beyond. I've tried and it sucks. I'm going. So there's that's the main idea, but there's also in this case there's also additional hazards. But basically the first one's free, so that's not an issue for your resurrection in this case. But further resurrections beyond Revivify will have a potential to just fail because the soul has just moved on and has decided not to come back. But this time that's on issue. The only challenge is you did indeed die in a space so far beyond any any mortal has died. So few mortals go to the flame of negative energy. It's probably most that go there die. You guys are most of you are probably the exception. It's a bad place. And your body.
It's the death for most people.
Yeah, it's really very hazardous. You just happen to go to a very specific place that has some amount of its own rules imposed on that place. But it's really bad generally. So your soul is there. Your body is in the material plane. So the party is trying to make available your body and solicit your soul to return to it. The difficulty is, Tehran, that the Unraveler has noticed you.
Unraveler, the Unraveler, we know a name.
And the Unraveler already noticed Bipu and was so delighted to have a creature that held so much knowledge that itself had forgotten.
No.
That itself being a kind of laconic asshole as far as communicating with the party goes. Did not make many of its own memories and truths known to its closest people, and so would be so susceptible to being forgotten and unraveled. It lost that delicious morsel of potentially lost memory and instead latches onto you.
No.
There's nothing there.
You are a slimy little devil, aren't you? So, in this
Memories
moment,
are broken.
as your the space that your version of yourself, the older version of Tehran, one of the few potentials of Tehran that survived the innumerable trials and missions and dangers that Tehran has sent on in his lifetime up till now and beyond. You have that moment that hey, you're going through a hard time. I've been there too, buddy. You have that pet talk with your future self that's kind of is trying to reconnect you with the dreamer exists in this space, but its motives are good and it has this alignment, all this stuff. But all that begins to drain away and feel distant to you.
Oh, okay.
The mountain disappears into blackness.
Hold on, Tehran.
And you see just an unending annihilation awaiting you. You see beyond that life, that intervention, that version of you that lived many more decades from the version of you that exists now. all versions of you end in this. This awaits everything eventually. Or so the logic of this space demands you believe, and so you do. Something lurks in the darkness around you, a darkness detaching itself from the inky blackness behind it and moving, almost certainly difficult to see, almost imperceptibly towards you and around you to enclose you.
Can I cast spells here or no? I'm dead, yep.
You are quite dead.
Come on.
You feel, you reach out to that connection, the thing that has powered your magic since you became this paladin, this fallen paladin that you found a new purpose with the dreamer. You've always drawn that magic from not any of the specific divines, no specific like cause, but this thing, this hazy connection, and it sputters and feels distant from you here. You hear a question that rings into this space as you sense a door shut and your companions depart. Where is my brother?
I need to know who your brother is.
If I knew my brother, I would find him.
Then how am I supposed to know? Can I centralize on the voice at all? Or is it everywhere?
It is echoing around you and like in your mind. It's hard to like differentiate. You are not in a physical space. You do not have a body.
But it's
as you focus,
everywhere. It's not, yeah.
As
Okay.
you focus, certainly a form like begins to just like manifest itself as if your perception, your eyes themselves were like a burning light burning away. It is like it is constantly like this peeling back, but it is always this nothingness, always this inky black nothingness that defies perception. It is forming itself into a vaguely humanoid shape.
The shape I recognize? Even through the vagueness?
I don't think so. It is not in a way that is describing a limitation of your memory, but rather how just not meaningfully perceptible the features of this thing are.
Shapeless. Still mostly shapeless. Give me something to go on. I'll find your brother. Send me back with a purpose.
I can smell the knowledge of him on you. Maybe
that might be true.
Latent from your friends. You don't know much of anything, do you?
How much exposure did you have to the dark side, Prince?
So easy would it be to take you apart, piece by piece, and see what remains and see what I may devour.
You want me to look for your brother? I don't know how good I'm going to be to you, broken up piece by piece. But it seems
serve a purpose in either case. You may know things you do not know.
Seems I am your guest.
Your friends even now seek to take you from me. Do you see that? And you feel your head twist as if a huge hand presses itself on top. You feel like cold, nothing fingers claw into your face and twist your head and lift up your vision until you're looking into the black expanse, and it reveals a tiny speck of light that is like searching, trying to pierce the darkness.
I don't make a sound. And I simply say, send me back to look for your brother, and I'll do what I can.
The question is, should I just take the invitation and use you to extract what they already know of my brother?
Ooh, yucks.
Or should I send you back with a mere promise that you'll do what you claim?
It's bad.
I am your guest. All I can say is I can execute to the best of my ability. I have executed in the past, so send me back with a mission. I'll try to find your brother.
I may allow you to return with a siphon in your mind. Everything that you learn about my brother will instantly become mine. You will be my servant in the world for this purpose and this purpose only. This way you will not be able to betray me, slippery one, who knows not himself, nor his past, nor his future. You will be stuck to me.
When I find your brother, that connection's severed. When I present him to you, our terms are done then.
I agree. Go
Give me a
forth.
description, send me back to the world. You gotta give me something.
Your companions know already the one I seek.
All right.
Last born, first to walk. Last born, first to see.
So many notes ago.
You gotta let me get that one down. Hold on. Last born.
Last born, first to walk. Last born, first to seek.
I almost put ski. All right, ski.
The fields around skiing.
All right,
Oh,
First time of the year.
fair enough. Faceless one.
Wait, did we water ski?
And with that
do they give them their name? Do they know their name?
seeking, searching, piercing through this darkness lands on you, and somewhere far, infinitely far away aboard the deck of Shippy, the first resurrection of Tehran is completed, and with a gasp, life is brought back into his body.
I utter those words for you guys to
The
know.
head is returned. Yes, right. Yes. Way to take away from the moment.
I want to make sure. We've resurrected people, and that has not been the case before.
That's true. that was
What do you
maybe
say,
that was
Kayla?
maybe a little unfair in the moment.
I breathe life, and I utter the words I was recited. Firstborn. Shit. Lastborn first to walk. Lastborn first to see.
There you go.
Oh, thank goodness.
Good job. Who do I owe?
Zero.
I am mortified. I am unbelievably shaken and tired. There is no way
I think Xerox says
I
a
should be
pretty
alive.
non-committal. Like Xerox has just done this resurrection magic and just says kind of like a little bit sarcastically something about like praise Lathander or something, and like just does not accept him any thanks really.
Just like, there's a fan, you want to be back here?
Yeah, it's like it just took me an hour. Like what's that?
And some bellstone. That
So
was
the
10 pounds.
bookkeeper.
10 pounds of bellstone
Yeah, I
there.
hope you guys are tracking. You guys have spent some millstones today.
I-
That-
What else did we use?
Fabulous.
We spent
well, your resurrection.
It didn't cost any.
Oh, yeah, because it was revived.
It was wished.
Or wished. It was wished.
I believe we still have 20 tons of bellstone, Mark.
Something like that. A
20
veritable
well,
shitload.
I have 246 pounds right here.
Yeah.
246 pounds of bellstone.
Check the collecting.
Mhm.
But
We-
certainly enough for any immediate spell craft needs.
wow.
But with
Are
that,
you all
yeah,
right, Tehran?
Tehran, you are brought back to life, and once again, like in this moment, you recognize just like even this like cloud where there's like just not much, like it's a little bit like muted. There's so much color in the world. Like the space you were in was just like so much like null, so much black, and like so much just like beyond perception, just like dark, like ultra violet and like ultra like orange and ultra any other color. It was just like some imperceptible like darkness in color, and you feel life flowing through you, and I think that like you have this moment where you are balancing that, like you have made a deal with this entity in the furthest reaches of reality, and it is a not malevolent necessarily, but like certainly antithetical to life and possibility thing. And you feel how opposite that is from the dreamer and its purpose and the time you've spent in that space. And its purpose is possibility in a lot of ways, even as like it is like this weird thing that you aren't always like fully aware of, even all of your own experiences with it. I think in this moment you have like, maybe it's that pep talk given by Captain American Tehran. Maybe it's like this near-death experience you've had. Maybe it's the afterglow of the resurrection magic. But like, the dreamer seems like possibility and life and things, versus this other thing being a sad, ultimately, and self-destructive, annihilatory thing. And I think that just like colors, I think, in this moment, Tehran's struggle with, their purpose to some extent, maybe. Not to like put too many words in Tehran's mouth or mind, but I think I think to draw into the contrast of these two elements is not inappropriate.
No, there's definitely the lines were drawn. The world of the dreamer melted away, and the wake of this thing is seeking something. The dreamer, I'm at least all right with being associated with. I needed this guy for my soul, so let's get him what he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever cast a light into wherever I was, thank you. I don't think I would have even gotten that opportunity if you didn't. So, one of you guys, I don't know what you're doing, but thank you. I probably wasn't going to get out of there. And he's very angry. Something is very angry at us for taking their brother. Maybe not us, but they're missing their brother. Regardless, I don't want to. I don't even want to flex right now, guys. I need to go to bed.
That's not a bad thing.
I think your soul was stuck. Your soul was stuck in there then, in the negative material, the negative energy plane, the plane of void, and nothing.
Yeah, next
And you
level.
remember it.
I'm gonna try not to for a little bit, but I think for now. Guys, I hate to bring this up, but we are over time.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
about to say. Took a little in my mouth, Dakota.
Somehow it went from 8 p.m. to all of a sudden
Yeah.
9:15.
Yeah, that was crazy. Good job. Holy shit.
Good,
Thanks for that.
good session, Mark.
I
I don't think my heart beat so quickly.
You rung in as soon as my skull was getting sucked out. Like, it was the craziest timing. I'm like, of course. Of course.
Oh
That
my
was a real
goodness.
Captain America moment. That was like, yo.
She was
alright.
like out of a dream, like, what? Something happened.
I got
That was fun.
Aaron's
good.
now a full-on warlock.
He wants to be.
Palalock.
Definitely be an
Warliden.
excuse.
Yeah.
Most powerful
shift
class
your
composite combo
It's kind of a
D&D.
just as cool. Could have been a cool.
For the sake of my looking back through my notes, how long has it been since we've heard that last born first to walk, last born first to? Because
Oh,
it
man.
wasn't that long ago. I feel like.
It was not.
That was from Pandemonium.
No, that was like,
Oh,
yeah. It might have been from
It was
Pandemonium too.
discovered in Pandemonium. It was translated because initially the Big Help Gang did not possess any party members capable of translating such a thing. And so
Yeah.
they like had some NPCs help, and then they like a couple sessions later delivered the translation. And that was when they first got what was written in Pandemonium. That's when they first heard those things.
Yeah.
Some of those things. Yeah,
Okay.
those things specifically, yeah.
So many notes ago. All right,
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Did we hear about it more recently?
I think we were.
Only in the context of like basically like rehashing that
Rehashing
thing.
that,
Yeah,
okay.
like just like remembering that. Like I brought up that thing a couple times.
I think you were telling us that Xerox forgot about it when they were in Pandemonium.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
those things.
Also, who?
Also, am I, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Am I to believe the Crawling Darkness has survived?
The crawling darkness is inside the sun, and it's a tiny little bad egg inside the sun right now.
It's not
Yeah,
totally
hard
dead.
load soon.
it's because we didn't let it free right as it was going into
Yeah.
the sun.
There was, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that part because Mark had warned us about that.
Yeah.
Earlier.
I wish I
Oh,
would
shoot.
have let it free.
I'm always so worried I
No,
don't
you
give
did
enough
tell
like
us. You gave us
that.
warning to give you
Yeah.
So it
consequences.
was able to use parts of the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
we
was able
should
to use
have.
parts of the moon to
should've-
protect itself.
yeah.
We're
It
gonna have to
was.
make some
I mean, we
upgrades
made choices.
to-
I think it made it easier to get it.
I mean, it's trapped for thousands and thousands of years, so.
Yeah.
That'll be the next
I
Big Help
I
Gang
mean,
problem.
we kicked that can well
Die
down.
anyway.
We just buried some nuclear waste in the ground and like maybe some other generations too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
pretty much.
We'll all be dead by then.
Yeah. The goal is to build the Church of Mayloon to such an extent
Yeah.
that they can just go
Yeah.
kill the sun.
I mean, now Mayloon is because I mean you've got the moon. Who needs the sun?
Yeah, why would you need the sun when you got the moon?
Yeah, you know, right?
Right.
Specifically, we have the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
We don't even care about the sun.
I'm gonna hide
Lots of weed.
We don't need to destroy it, but I would recommend a Dyson sphere.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Use the network. I have no idea.
Who the fuck built a portal to the world, like the negative
Yeah.
realm? It wasn't
I
just.
think that was part. I think she had. This is my theory. She had like archivists or whoever who were like worshiping her, and they built that place, or working with her or whatever, they built that place so that knowledge could be funneled into that place and into her. She is called Sister Rememberer, so she sucks all the knowledge out of the world and into herself.
We are still making an assumption that Sister Rememberer. I don't think that has ever been clearly stated.
I am full of assumptions all the time.
I just want to be clear that we're making assumptions about that part. But yes, okay.
They're basically saying that Sister Remember is the Unraveler.
Yeah, well, she's the reason for the unraveling. We've been told that specifically.
Yeah.
That the unraveling happened because of Sister Rememberer.
Right.
And that, what we saw was like the unraveling.
Yeah. Yes, we did see the unraveling. I don't know that Mark specifically gendered that creature that was coming out of it, but
that's what I was actually.
I made an assumption that it was
Sister.
Sister.
At one point that it had feminine features when we were looking at it.
Oh.
When you were looking at it when you were dead, it was.
Okay.
It had some feminine features. When Beefroot was looking at, or when Turon was looking at it, it was not. Yeah. It's
hard to tell.
Yeah, there have been moments.
Okay.
It is really. It's so fun to. I mean, yeah.
But also, don't want
gold stars.
So yeah, okay. So the Unraveler does have femme features.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And mostly just.
And has a
mostly
brother.
non-features. But
Yeah,
sometimes,
not strongly
sometimes
gendered.
with an exceptional role are generally gendered features.
Okay. Slightly gendered. Yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
I need to go over the notes about what we remember, or what we learned about Remember before.
Remember, the 5th of November.
There's no light.
So I always forget. I always forget like what we've learned in game and what we've learned out of game.
Yep.
That's a hard line to keep.
And what things I've just assumed.
No, you guys managed to salvage. You got leap loop back. You got an extra leap loop. Yeah, you got your leap loop. You got an extra leap loop, and you got a leap loop heart.
Yeah.
So 2.5 leap loops.
Yeah.
We got parts. We got the original. We got the one with the buff legs, which is important.
We got buff legs.
We got buff legs.
Oh, buff legs.
Buff legs. All right.
Easily identifiable standing out from his compatriots.
Nope.
So muscular.
I forgot about his buff legs.
Buff legs.
Buff legs that turn into a recumbent buff.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. Leap loops are ready to go.
Left in there.
Thank you for grabbing.
Excellent. Looking forward to.
Go to save leap loop and always save our buff legs.
Oh,
dang.
I can do some in-person stuff following this week. I'll be done with classes.
Oh, nice.
Different cards.
Oh, yeah. That'll be good.